Hey everyone, Brian here. This is an unlocked episode from the My First Dungeon Patreon feed, or as we like to call it, the Dice Pool. Splash! Each month, Shenuque, Elliot, Abby, and I release a bonus actual play of a new TTRPG exclusively for our Patreon listeners. So far, we've played games like Scurry, Icarus, 10 Candles, Something is Wrong with the Chickens, The Great Soul Train Robbery, and Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. We wanted to give you a little taste of what you will get if you become a member of the Dice Pool. So we've unlocked the first part of our game of Scurry, the game that gathers speed from Stout Stoat Press, GM'd by our very own Elliot Davis. So we hope you enjoy the show. And if you like what you hear, consider becoming a patron and help us make even more great podcasts. We'll see you there.
All right, welcome to the Dice Pool, everybody. Splash! I will be your lifeguard today, and we're playing a little game called Scurry. With me, as always, are Brian Flaherty.
Hello.
Abby Hepworth.
Hello! Scurry.
And Shenuque to Sarah.
Woo!
Oh, is that a preview? Is that where we're headed?
You're going for a possessed Mickey Mouse?
Honestly,
I didn't
maybe.
think about that.
If you're hearing this, thank you so much for being here with us in the Dice Pool. We're thrilled to have you. So today, my little swimmers, we're going to be playing
My little
a game
swimmers.
called... Yeah, I didn't like it after I said it, but it was too late. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like it.
We can't edit and post, so it's just
No,
we're sticking
that's
with
staying
it.
in.
That's going to be the next tier. It's Dice Pool and Little Swimmers.
Little swimmer.
Oh my god, can all the different tiers be named after like levels that you would do like swim lessons?
Little Swimmers,
triggered,
Shark
like
Attack,
Minnow
something
and
like that.
Guppy and yeah.
God, I love it.
Am I the only one that thought?
Did you not do swim
What?
lessons? Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Oh, did you
Oh, were you
think
thinking of
sperms?
sperm? Because I was
I
thinking of
thought
sperm.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it. That's immediately why I
Okay.
didn't like
Well,
it. So
sperm.
sorry, 'cause I thought
Should
it
we
was
just
sperm.
clarify? We all thought sperm. We all were on the same
I
page.
just
We all
want
thought sperm. Everyone was thinking sperm.
I don't.
Anyway, Scurry. Scurry, a game that gathers speed. Scurry comes to us from our friends at Stout Stoat Press. Specifically, concept design and words by Brian Tyrell. Thank you, Brian.
We love
fellow
Maybe a better
Brian's.
Brian than ours. Who knows? Yeah,
Who knows? Probably.
probably.
Is it with a Y
So-
or an I?
It's with an
This is very important.
we're good.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's
We're
cool.
good.
He's
Yeah,
fine.
we're good.
Cool.
He's
Pass
cool.
the test.
He's in.
All right, we'll let you talk.
Yeah, let me talk.
Bye.
First things first, we got to make some little beasts. We got to make our little beasts.
Beast.
So, each beast is resourceful and capable in their own right. You have a guild, a skill. You have 3 tools, 3 talents, and 3 traits, which we'll take one by one. So up first. So first things first, we'll have you choose a guild. So there are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 possible guilds, including such hits as the Stitchers, the Noon Messengers, the Dough Fellows, the Tanners, the Fairwinders, the Ore Beaters. Anybody feeling like a particular guild?
Ooh, I like Noon Messengers and Map Makers.
I saw those and was like, that's absolutely what Brian's gonna take. Those are.
Brian, you're so predictable.
Got him.
So predictable.
You know what? I want to call dib on Noon Messengers because I really wanted to play the what's the messenger class in Wanderhome, and I haven't been able to yet.
Oh, the Moth Tender?
Nice.
The Moth
The
Tender,
moth
yeah.
Yeah.
tender.
I stole that from you. Apologies.
You nabbed it.
The Dough Fellows. Oh my god.
Yeah, bakers. There is a whole guild of bakers, which is
I
pretty
love it.
cool.
Oh, I would do Hive Warden, but I already played a beekeeper once.
For both players and listeners alike, I will preface this by saying that while this game is also animals, it is not quite as violence-free as Wanderhome. So there is a potential for violence today, just so you all
Okay.
are prepared.
Ooh, a potential for violence.
I'm pretty sure after we play this game, I'm gonna finally make the plunge and buy the first Redwall book.
Oh yeah, you should.
I have not read those, but like I feel like I would love them. Okay, so Brian, you are a Noon Messenger, which gives you the skill Recall, easily memorize messages, routes, and details. If you could please make note of that on your character sheet. Abby, you said
I haven't picked yet.
Haven't picked.
I might go with map makers.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do map makers.
Great. So with map makers, you get the skill estimate. Nope. You get the skill estimate. That's the verb. Accurately guess distance, height, weight, and angle.
Okay.
And Shenuque, what you feeling?
I feel like I, for some reason, have a tendency for violence.
What? You?
So
No.
I'm gonna buck the trend and go Doe Fellows.
Ooh.
I like it.
With Doe Fellows, you get the skill persist. Repeat a strenuous task over and over.
Ooh.
That's a very
Nice.
cute page.
So now we have
It's very cute.
the art in this game, which is by Atlanta Pritchard Barrett, did the art for this game, and it is all lovely. Also, Brian did some of the art for this game, Brian Tyrell, in addition to writing it.
Oh, I was like, our Brian?
Oh, wow, no, I'm sorry. There's 4 names. I need to go back. There's 4 names of people who have done the artwork. There's Atlanta Pritchard Barrett, Brian Tyrell, Fraser Robertson, and Ver, V-E-R.
Hell yeah.
Good job, friends.
Killed it.
That's
All right.
beautiful.
So the next thing that we need to pick are our 3 tools that we carry around with us. These are pieces of equipment your beast has prepared for this particular scurry that we're going to go on. And very crucially, they are appropriately sized for use with paws or claws.
Lovely.
Paws or claws?
All right.
So there's a bunch of options on this page. You'll see anything from a glowworm to flint and steel striker to honeyed oat cakes, or you can make up a tool if you were feeling so inclined, and you get 3 of these.
I like scavenged extendable prodder. It's just a very funny
Yeah.
item.
I feel like I've got to take the messenger tube, but I think it's I want to say my Noon Messenger, just because I have recall, I just memorize all the messages. The messenger tube is just for snacks.
Nice. So you're a verbal courier.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a messenger tube. Abby, you've got a scavenged extendable prodder.
I'm actually gonna pick the paint set.
Nice.
Oh, I guess I get 3 of them, don't I? All right. So one
You
is
get
gonna
3.
be the paint set for making my maps. And then I am gonna do the extendable prodder, as it's sort of it's not a ruler, but it can function in the same way for telling distances.
I want to grab the whistling stone too.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna do the honeyed oat cakes.
Nice.
Nice.
Sticky tree sap.
Uh-huh.
And could I have like a portable oven type situation?
An easy bake oven.
An easy bake
Like a
oven?
little solar oven?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Like a single cookie oven.
Like a single cookie oven. Just
I love it.
Yeah. What am I going to do? Say no to that? That'd be crazy.
I want to pick like a separate thing. Could I do roller skates?
Yeah.
Nice.
Skates, not blades.
Skates not skates not blades.
Cool.
Skates, not blades.
It's a different vibe. And then Abby, did you pick a third? I've got paint and extending
my
prodder.
Third one, I'm gonna go with the Titan. Oh well, I guess they don't come as a set. I was gonna say the Titan grappling hook and the woven grass rope for climbing up into trees and things. But they're two different.
We can
things.
pretend they're one thing if you want.
Okay, yeah, we'll do a little. Or I'm trying to think if there's another. I'll just do the woven grass rope, and I can knot myself up a little harness and whatnot.
Love it. Are we satisfied with our tool choices?
Yeah, I'm liking my tools.
Yeah. Also, with the oven, can it be like a foot paddle to like heat it up?
Like
that's
to
attached
stoke it?
Yeah, to stoke
Like
the flame and stuff.
yeah. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So you got to start a little fire and then use the foot pedal to
Yeah.
cook
to
the
make it,
little
like,
individual
burn
thing.
a little-
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And you like this is like backpack strapped. You're carrying this
Yeah, it's like a back
kind of chunky thing. Yeah.
a little chunky.
Nice. So the next choice we need to make is our talents. Interestingly, I didn't realize this about character creation, is you pick your species of animal last, which is kind of fun.
Oh, that's fair.
So you get to pick 3 talents. They have a few on this page, including singing, bug keeping, being long, weaving reeds, or you can create 3 of your own, or a mishmash.
So I feel like if I'm a noon messenger, orientating and pathfinding seem both pretty helpful.
Mhm.
I'm into that. And these are like very interpretive. It's sort of like you make the argument to me that you can use them. And if I think that makes sense, then you get an advantage.
I think I want to steal being long too. I just like being
You
I like being a long
bastard.
boy. More people can be long boys.
There can be 2 long boys.
I wanted to be long.
You should have spoken up.
Well, I was being polite, you turd.
I'm jumping in and grabbing everything I want. I'm being selfish this game.
You make Brian a player and all bets are off.
Becomes a full-on monster. This is about Brian, not anyone else.
This is me now.
Can one of my talents be identifying scent?
Yeah.
Identifying smells.
Yeah, it absolutely can.
Did you pick your third one, Brian?
He took being long.
Yeah, I've got orientating, pathfinding, and being loud.
being
Okay.
loud.
Oh, look
Being
at that.
loud.
Sorry, being long. Being long.
Mm.
So, Abby, you've got identifying scent, 2 more. Some other examples they give for inventing new skills are excavate burrows, dance the mamushka, sensitive nose, delightfully rotund, stalk through the grass, train students. You can make up something like that, or you can grab one of those as well.
Shenuque, if you have any ideas, you can hop on in.
I'm if you want me to, I'm happy to, but I also want to
Yeah.
make sure you get what you want.
I already got my sniffs.
I only care about my
I
sniff.
only care about my sniffs.
She's got her sniffs.
I
folks.
got my sniffs.
Okay. I'll take bug keeping.
Nice.
Could I do foraging or scavenging?
It feels a little broad. Can we
That's
make it
too broad?
somewhat more specific?
Could I do like basically like fruit collecting?
Yeah.
Nice. And I'll also take stalking through the grass.
Nice. All right, Abby.
Can my second one be predicting the weather? Like meteorology? Is that how you would say that word?
Mm-hmm.
Is that more through the nose, or how are you doing that, you think?
That one is
And do you have a hip?
Like your bum knee? Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely some kind of bum joint. I think my last talent is going to be getting small.
Nice.
If I can't go
getting long.
long, I'll
Yeah.
get small.
Nice. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, when you decide on your species and therefore your 3 traits that species gives you.
I love it.
We have such options as capercaillie, if that's how you pronounce that bird name, hedgehog, stoat, beaver, mouse, squirrel, frog, or other creatures of various sizes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing you really can't do is go for like what would be considered a behemoth in this world, like a bear or a wolf or
Mm-hmm.
things like that. But any other creatures of the forest are up for game. Also, fish don't have intelligence the way that other animals have developed them. That is a specific part of the canon.
Wow.
Because people eat a lot of fish. That's like, the beasts eat a lot of fish.
I'm going to take squirrel before Brian can.
Yeah.
It's fine. I was going to go with hair because the hair looks badass in
That
this.
does look pretty badass.
And that's like a hair that's been in war.
Yeah, that
That
hair's
is a-
seen some shit.
Hair's seen some
That
shit.
is a badass
Delivered
hair.
messages across war-torn battle lines.
That's horrifying.
All right, so we've got a hare, a squirrel, Shenuque. How are you gonna shake it up?
I'm gonna a hare or squirrel. We're gonna go with
Or do I want frog?
You could
Shenuque,
be
you pick
frog.
first, and then I might pivot.
Abby. You went. You jumped in so fast, and now you're regretting it. You wanted to beat Brian.
I just wanted to beat Brett. That was the priority here.
I'm gonna go with the let's go with lizard.
Lizard. All right, so we've got a hare, a
A squirrel. I made my
and-
bed, so I'm gonna lay in it.
and a lizard. So Brian, as a hare, your treats. As a hare, your traits are runner's heart, boxing paws, and keen ears. Abby, as a squirrel, your traits are climbing claws, bushy tail, and leaping legs. And Shenuque, as a lizard, your traits are skittering gait, cold-blooded, and detachable tail.
I feel like your tail could act as your sous chef.
Right. Sous chef. That's exactly what it's gonna be. What does skittering gait mean?
Like how you walk, you like
Okay.
skitter.
That makes
It's
sense.
chaotic.
For the audio only audience, I did a little skitter with my hands.
Little flappy hands.
You know what it looks like. You know what I mean. Awesome. So we have our guilds, we have our tools, we have our talents, and we have our traits. Now, the only thing left to do is to give your little pals a little name. Gotta give them a little name.
Little names.
Gotta give them a little name. Anybody got any initial ideas?
Harold.
Harold. Does that have an E in the middle?
You know, I honestly, the name Harold came to me, and then I immediately realized it's just a pun. But I feel like I keep looking at the badass picture of the hair, and I'm like, that guy's Harold. But like somehow
That
he's
guy's
making
Harold.
Harold cool. He's not Harry, he's Harold.
Rugged.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it does have an E for sure.
Nice. Nice.
I'm Glippy.
Glippy. Glippy, baby. And our little squirrel friend
our
who can get very
squirrel.
small.
Friend is named something cute.
First thought, best thought.
I didn't have any thoughts. That's the problem.
You
Ugh.
want me to,
No,
you want me to name
thoughts,
you?
best thought.
No thoughts, best thoughts. I was going to say Audrey, but it's only because I could see a book about Audrey Hepburn right now.
I will say that my niece is named Audrey, so that I would
I'll-
maybe vote for
I'll
no
pick
if you're not
something new
attached to it.
I'm not attached to it. That's entirely fine. What if her name is Frida?
Frida.
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 it.
Sorry, Frida.
Excellent.
I was gonna go Barbara, but I've done a Barbara before.
Babs.
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 Rest in
Sad
peace.
Babs.
It's
Rest
a
in
really
peace,
good name for a
Babs.
squirrel.
So we have Harold, the noon messenger hare. We have Glippy, the doe fellow lizard, and we have Freda, the map making squirrel.
Da. Ja. Ja. She's German.
The sure.
No.
So Scurry, what's this game we've been making characters for? You might ask. Scurry is the game that gathers speed. What's that mean? So in Scurry, we make use of most of the polyhedral range of dice, including the D12, D10, D8, D6, and D4. The way you know which one of those dice to resolve is that the dice will shrink over the course of our adventure based on the filling of a clock, a 4-part clock. We start out with the D12, so then for that first part of the adventure, anytime I call for a roll, you'll be rolling the D12. And if we fill up the clock, the dice shrinks to a D8, making your chance of success that much lower.
No, no.
No! In Scurry...
Such a dramatic. No,
no. In
That's such a good
Scurry,
voice.
in Scurry, a critical success is the max roll on whatever dice you're rolling. A 4+ is success. You do exactly as well as you can at what you're going after. 2 to 3 is a complication. You manage to pull it off, but not without consequence. And then a nat 1 on any of the dice is a hijinks, which in which something goes hilariously wrong and chaos is sure to follow. A hijinks always results in a filling of the clock. And so how, you might ask, can I make my chances of success even better? And that, my friends, is called using tags. So when I call for a roll, if you can convince me, the Scurry Master, that any of your tags would be useful to the solution, you can roll the dice twice and take the higher result, roll with advantage. Your tags are your traits, your skill, your talents, any of those things that we just defined, your tools. Skills are a special tag in that the first time you use them during the adventure, you get an automatic success. You don't have to roll. For the rest of the adventure, you use them as you normally would use other tags. Tools have a, quote, narratively sensible supply. So we're not going to be, getting real crazy about tracking inventory, but like Freda, for example, your paints, if you're like, I'm going to paint an entire building, I'd probably be like, okay, you run out of paint.
That's fair. I'll let you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't protest.
Or if like you guys get a nat 1 on something and it makes sense for a tool to break,
or be depleted or whatever.
Cross that bridge when we come to it. Everything else is just like, feel free to interpret it. Things like stalking through grass, the pathfinding, orientating, those talents are totally kind of up to your interpretation. If you can make an argument at any point, you can get advantage. The final way that you can get a bit of an automatic success, although it is a high, like you pay a high cost, is called using guts. And so at any time throughout the adventure, you can describe a flashback to me about a previous event that gives you exactly what you need to solve this problem at hand. Sort of a Blades in the Dark kind of flashback mechanic, if you've played that. And the conflict is an automatic success, but we mark 2 progress on the clock, so we're moving that much closer towards shrinking the dice. So while it is an automatic success, don't make too much willy-nilly use of it. But it could.
We're going to get real willy and real nilly.
Real Willy and real
I didn't know
Nilly.
Willy and Nilly were coming to the party.
Can I change my name?
Change the name.
I'm Willy and I'm Nilly.
We got
One of us always tells the truth.
We're brothers. But you're a squirrel and you're a rabbit. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Cool. So that's the central rolling mechanic of the game. Any questions about that? Anything that doesn't make sense to y'all?
Sounds good.
Probably gonna forget, but I'm excited.
It's all good. I will probably prompt you. I've written all your tags down so that if I feel like something calls for it, I'm going to yell at you to use your character's tools. So now the reason you don't want the Scurry dice to shrink, or the Scurry die to shrink down to a D4, is that the end of the Scurry will either come when we reach the narrative end of what you guys are trying to do, or if the Scurry becomes a D4, it there then can't be reduced any further. So if we fill the final clock, the 4-part clock of the D4, it's called scurrying to exhaustion. When the clock fills, somebody rolls the Scurry die. If it's a 1, quote, something awful happens and the Scurry immediately stops. If it's a 2, 3, or 4, we pull a progress off the clock and keep playing. So once you're down in that D4 territory, you get into real chance of something awful happening. the adventure ending in tragedy, disaster, chaos. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. What happens if you get if you're on the Scurry dice, you get a 4?
If you're on the Scurry dice and the clock is full and you get a 4, you erase 1 progress and keep playing. And then if you fill the clock again, you make that sort of see if the game ends roll again.
Okay.
So you have to like keep filling that clock and not get a 1 if you want to hang out in that area. But with a D4, it becomes
dicey. No pun intended.
dicey.
Pun very much intended.
I think that pun was fully intended. If I
Pun
have to be honest.
elocuted.
God damn it, Brian.
Great.
Splash.
Any other questions before we dive in? Oh, I'm going to read you a little bit of world building setting as we enter in. So, the premise of Scurry is a far-flung future post-humanity. And so there's a great section in the book that talks about that sort of sets the table for that. So it's labeled Bite-Sized Beast Fables. And it goes something like this. We abandoned this planet a long time ago. Out of our shadow, the animals of Earth could finally grow, explore, and learn. With us as a distant memory, they began to tell their own beast fables. And then a little note on beast kind. Animals have inherited the Earth. They look mostly the same as we know them today, but they think deeply, form civilizations, and use tools. Beasts understand species, not in a scientific Latin sense, but by environment and appearance. For example, squirrels and rats consider each other cousins, as do toads and frogs. While there are stereotypes based on truths, there is no species with a shared superiority complex. They speak from the heart, unrestrained by languages or borders. They work and flourish within their limitations. Hordes of rodent forge scale mail armor for bears who cannot wield the hammers themselves. Birds conceal messages with bright colors, indistinguishable to predators who only see in tones of gray. We can only hope they don't make the same mistakes we did. And with that, we dive into our story. We zoom across the Scottish Highlands in which this takes place over some of the lost rubble of the Titan civilization, as the humans are called to beast kind. And we fly down into the bristly woods to a town called Odoke, a bustling community of all manner of different species living in homes built across layers that go all the way down to the forest floor and up to the treetop, rope bridges connecting across a truly bustling little city within the trees that exists in all of these different layers. There are homes within tree trunks, hanging homes from branches and sort of a little birdhouse sort of style. And then below the forest floor, you also know that great burrows exist in which these sort of underground folk live. And I'm curious what our folks are up to on this fine day in Odoke. Why don't we start with Harold? What are you up to?
I think Harold is in the middle of delivery. It's rush hour, and he's very much styled like a New York City bike messenger. So he's got his messenger bag slung over. He's wearing a helmet that has like one of those hats that's kind of flipped up a little bit like a visor, and all of his clothes are kind of like baggy. They've got some holes in them. It's a very like cool kind of punkish vibe, and he is skating, not blading, but skating, because he thinks it's actually cooler because it's like not the cool thing. It's like full, it's punk rock because it's not punk rock.
Mm-hmm.
And he is skating down the kind of like Broadway equivalent, moving in and out of the various creature traffic as people are going about their day. Sorry.
Watch where you're going.
Watch where you're going, man. I got a delivery. And he is going as quick as he can. Messenger bag on his back that has the message that was delivered, but he always opens it up whether he's supposed to or not and memorizes it just in case, and slides it back in his tube, and has to make his way up a couple of the levels of this kind of forest city. Still skating. It's not particularly easy. Like this is the part of punk rock where it's like you should just take him off and walk, but he's going for it.
Just like moving the feet side to side to just keep moving forward uphill.
Yeah, it's not necessarily graceful at this point, but he digs it, and he makes his way to kind of a larger building where someone is waiting out front for his message.
Great. You are headed to make a delivery at the Church of the Lost Voice, and you know that Friar. I'm just gonna say Friar Tuck because that was the first thing that popped in my mind, and we're gonna stick with it. You're making a delivery. You're delivering a message to Friar Tuck at the Church of the Lost Voice. And when you get there, he's not outside, and you can kind of hear inside the church that there's like some kind of hullabaloo sort of meeting going on inside. But we're gonna jump to one of our other furry friends first. Not furry. We're gonna jump to a not furry friend, Glippy.
Glippy
What's
time.
Glippy doing?
Is Glippy.
Glippy is in like their bakery, which is like built into this like side of like a giant oak, like very Keebler Elf type bakery, where it's just like built into a tree, and like the name of the store is just Hall and Oates. It's like a very old ancient Hall and Oates sign, like when they were headlining some menu that they found, and they're like, oh, this is really cool. And they opened up this like bakery, and it's their specialty is the honeyed oat cakes. And like Glippy is like taking orders, and then going to the back where they have like a new baker, and they're like just yelling at the new baker because they're not doing a great job, but then coming back very calmly and like taking orders and dealing with customers.
You're sweating it up in the back, working on these orders, and you hear sort of a like loudmouth little mouse come out, and he's just like, yeah, we got a big meeting today. Gotta bring a lot of oat cakes over to the church. Word is that they're gonna put out some kind of a call for adventurers, I hear. Yeah. So we got lots of gotta get lots of honey oat cakes for the meeting, for the big adventure meeting.
How many cakes do you want?
Like 45 cakes, I think.
45 cakes for the big adventure meeting?
Maybe 46.
All right, 46. Baker's quadruple dozen.
That's what they call that.
Yep, I'll be right back. And then Glippy like smiles and goes to the back and goes, hey, idiot! Baker's quadruple dozen! Don't fuck it up this time!
Okay. And that's how many?
40. Go! You're 46! Did I teach you nothing?
Okay, boss. On it, boss.
Let them
On it,
go
boss.
first.
Okay. What's this? What animal is the guy you're yelling at to get going on this?
It's a badger that's like a bit too big for the
Weight,
bakery,
yeah.
so it's just very difficult for this poor badger.
The badger can only fit like one paw in a kneading bowl at a time. Just like shouldn't work here.
And the badger's name is Niblet.
Niblet. I'm on it, boss. I'm on it. I'm going. Just like runs over, grabs a big bag of flour, and starts like dumping it into the big kneading bowl.
He goes, hurry up, Nib!
Okay. Yeah. How does Glippy feel about hearing about a little adventure meetings? Glippy ever thought about going on an adventure?
Glippy has spent most of their life in making this bakery successful, and it's become the best honeyed oat tree bakery in all of what's this town called?
Odok. One of those.
And so they haven't taken a vacation in years, and the idea of as they watch Niblet like hurriedly like take all the cakes out this oven and put them in, they're realizing like, oh, if I just leave, Niblet can mess this up, but
Niblet gets it together eventually.
Right. They can call like maybe some of their friends who can watch over Niblet while they maybe go on a little adventure and get some nice relaxation and maybe find some new recipes to bake with out in the wilds.
Nice.
And so they come on out and they maybe go up to the guy that the business rat. Is that what it is?
Little mouse, little kind of like
business
slick mouse. Has a little pin that shows he's a representative of the church, but he's pretty slick business guy.
Hey, I'm a business
yeah.
mouse.
What?
Yeah, little business mouse.
Little business mouse.
Yeah, I'm a little business mouse. What's the idea?
Clippy is like, so this adventure stuff. Can anyone just go? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I just got sent to get the cakes, but I think my understanding is they just kind of putting out, some ancient prophecy. All of a sudden, they decided, hey, let's send some folks out, try to get this thing going.
Oh, I've always wanted to be part of an ancient prophecy.
Oh, you should totally go. Hey, as a matter of fact, can you just deliver the oatcakes and then I can go fuck off?
Yeah, of course. Go fuck off.
Nice.
Wait, you gotta pay first.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
That'll be 84 ragtags.
Christ. Pulls out just the thickest little mouse wallet. 84 rag?
How is he sitting on that thing?
Yeah, his hips noticeably off kilter.
It's gonna hurt you down the
line. He pays 84 ragtags, does not leave a tip.
Ooh, Niblet's gonna be upset about this one.
You just hear in the back a crash, and just oh no. Great. So you're preparing this order. You're going to deliver to the church. What is our friend Frida up to?
Oh, Frida is having a very good morning. She is up in her trees, and she got up very early so that she could get the best views of the sunset, sunrise. And she scurry up into her tree, and she go up to the top. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful views. So she is up there with her peppers and her paints, and she is getting painting of beautiful view. It is so peaceful. It is stunning. It's up before everyone.
Sorry, I was just so captivated by your voice that I forgot to react and think ahead about what I was going to say. Frida, do you live alone?
Yeah, Frida does live alone, but is also in big community area, so that she has lots of neighbor and lots of friends. And she
lots of artists,
fellow artists. All artists, and we all have very good time, and we share. It is very good community.
Frida, you're working on this painting, but something that happened recently is you got a big map order, and you usually get orders to make maps of the artery bows or small areas within the bristly woods, but this was an ask for the whole western portion of this big area called the Highlands. Biggest map commission of your career. Are you done with it?
Oh,
do you get ahead on this?
Or
is
very exciting task, but it's very big task. It's a lot. It takes a lot of time. I get a head start, yes, but I am not finished because there are lots of little detail, and you want to add a special light over here, and you want to add the little touches over here. So I am not finished, but is because I take my time. Most people will be finished at this point, but I want to add little thing here and there.
Sure. You hear a big wooden, a nice, hollow, well-crafted wooden bell. Bing, bing, reminds you that it's about midday. This map's due today, and it's due before sundown.
Oh yeah. I better stop being perfectionist, and I must finish up. It is hard to part with your work once you are complete, but it is, of course, it is going for good use. It is going to be good use.
Excellent. Do you finish up the map? Maybe we do our first roll. See how good a job you do on the map, because that might become relevant later. Who knows?
Okay. So I roll a d12.
Yeah, roll a d12 to finish up this map, kind of as good as you want to, and we'll see where you land.
It's a 2.
Oh no. You finish the map, but the compass, you normally do these very ornate, delightful compasses, and it's really just a cross and just like NW. You don't even do East and South. It's like they'll get it. I'm in a rush. Just the
very
opposite.
distracted. The trees are very stunning. Lots and lots of detail. You can see sunlight and the individual leaves. North, south, east, west. I get lost. I forget. It's not the artistic part. It is I forget.
My favorite part of that is that if you just had north, that could be a style choice. Like lots of maps just have north, but then you did north and west.
Yes.
Yeah. Super blatantly unfinished. But your painting from this morning, perfect.
Oh yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Okay, we must bring map where orders are taken to map. Yes.
So you all converge at the Church of the Lost Voice. This is in an old growth stump that long ago would have been chopped down, you imagine, by the Titans, but has since been like ornately carved into like, you know, you see depictions of like old beasts of legend around the rim of the stump, and that big wooden bell that signals the time of the day is kind of built into a structure on the top and getting a big ring. And you see that there's like a number of different beasts kind of coming in to the church. Big sign out front that says, "Are you looking for adventure?" And yeah, this is what churches do. And you all come onto the scene at the same time. And I guess I would ask, do you guys know each other? Do any of you know each other?
I feel like me and Frida would probably, if she's living in a like bohemian little area, I feel like that's exactly the type of place that would be affordable and hip enough for Harold.
Yeah, Frida sometimes asks Harold to get pins for her in town and bring them back. She does not have time.
Yeah.
And I think that they know Glippy from cater of art parties.
Yeah, all these broke artists mysteriously throw the most lavish parties.
We barter, you know, I give beautiful painting. I paint you new sign for your window for your bakery. And this is how we barter. I don't know how Glippy feels about that, but
yeah, how does Glippy feel about that?
Glippy, I think, always forgets that Frida always just pays in art. So like by the time like he hands over like the 100 cakes, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're the art. Okay, fine. Give it to me." And like there's like just a corner of Hall & Oates, which it's just all of Frida's art, kind of just at a
it's all
certain point,
that same view from her window.
It's just literally over and over again on one wall of Hall & Oates. That same view.
I think Harold knows Glippy because you've given me like some delivery jobs before, and while I am the fastest, I do not take particular care with your cakes. So they get there on time or early, but they're always damaged. So I am like the last, like I'm last on your list. Like you've used me a couple times before. Right. I keep coming to you because it's like good work. And I'm like, oh yeah, what are you talking about? I'm clearly the fastest in town. Come on. And I just keep getting kind of batted away.
Yeah. And so it's just like, just go, just take your time. There's no like 30 minutes or less offer we have here. You safely.
It's my time. I gotta spend it. I gotta fly through. You know, I gotta save that time. You know, it's just time is money, baby. Time is money, and if you save your money, if you save your time, that's gonna compound. Okay, it's gonna keep going.
No, you don't. But you're pounding my cake with your fast. You just be gentle.
All right. I'll do 95% speed.
No, do
all right, bye.
50.
There was definitely one time where you were delivering cakes to Freda, and by the time that they got to her, they were just like all crumbs, and she keeps asking for Glippy if he has any more of that delicious granola that she got that one time.
And every time Glippy just goes, he just takes they take like a deep sigh and are just like,
I think it's also my whistling stone is like my de facto bell, like bicycle bell. So like as I'm riding through the street, I'm just whipping around this whistling stone.
As you
that's just going
through the street. Oh man, I love that so much.
I love that Zoom blocks out that sound, so I just get the visual of you whistling and spinning the stone. So Friar Tuck comes out and he says, Harold, thank you. You have the message from my sister. Please read it.
Oh yeah. Do you want it? Or you just want me? You just want to?
I'd like it if you read it aloud. That's why I like when you deliver.
Oh yeah. he pulls out the physical copy, gives it to you as just a receipt. Goes, yeah. So your sister said she wants you to come home early today. You got a lot to do. Also, she doesn't think she can do the adventure, but she wishes you all the best in getting some other adventure stuff happening. Also, you need to finish paying down the debt on the church. She doesn't quite know how you're going to do that. She was looking at the books and they're not great. And he's just saying this really loud all around the church. He's like, yeah, the second collection you've been taking has not been getting to the bank account. They don't really know what's going on there.
That's good. Harold, I'll read the rest. I'll read the rest. I will read the rest.
It's supposed to be for the new church roof, but somehow it's not getting to the rectory fund. I don't know.
You and your tall tales. Anyway, welcome to the adventure meeting. Glippy, I see you brought oatcakes.
Yeah, I brought oatcakes. Are you embezzling from the church?
Please come inside, everyone. Come inside. Totally moves on from you as soon as you ask that question. Just pretends you were not speaking. You guys gather into the main hall of the Church of the Lost Voice, and you see that there's kind of like a hustle and bustle of a bunch of different kinds of beasts around. Most of them are just like your average city folk. Like there's some families in here. Like this is a pretty standard church that people just like go to a service once a week, and like there's never really been a call to adventure before. You're not really sure what this is about. But the one thing that you know about the Church of the Lost Voice is that they have this sort of belief that there is the voice of their deity that will one day return to them and speak. And the symbol of their deity is this old, rusted Titan craft built into the back wall of the rectory. Like there's knobs and dials and like an array of like little buttons, and there's a big metal stick kind of coming out at an angle at the top of it, and then two big sections of it that have like a bunch of little holes, and you're not really sure what the Titans might have used this for our human viewers. We would call this a boombox or a radio.
I was trying so hard to figure it out. And I was like, I don't know what it is. Man.
Always sits in the back of the church. It's like very like it's been like adorned with a number of like, little like gold leafing over the buttons, but like underneath it is a rusted boombox. Hustle and bustle, lots of like little whisperings about. You guys sort of gather in the back. Glippy, you find a table to lay out the honeyed oat cakes. Everybody immediately rushes for the honeyed oat cakes because they're fucking good.
You just see Harold in the background being like, could have gotten here faster.
Yeah, they're a little colder than when they're at their most delicious, Harold. You note that. Definitely.
Okay, but they're not messed up. They're perfectly intact. They're good. They're still good.
Oh, Clippy, the oatcakes, they are so delicious. You have not had the granola. It's so long.
God.
Do you have any more?
No, not these two.
Is it seasonal?
Not at the same time.
If you want me to deliver the granola, I can totally
No,
deliver the granola.
I don't make granola. It's just the crumbs of the cake that you...
Oh,
I've definitely delivered granola before.
Delicious crumbs. They were.
You make granola all the time. I deliver granola so often.
Stop going fast!
Harold, are those new shoelaces on your skates? They are beautiful.
Oh yeah, you like the tie dye?
I like the tie-dye.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the mismatch.
You hear a big throat clear at the front of.
Oh, hey, man, you need a lozenge?
Honey oat cake?
Honey lozenge? Water? I've got tea.
Fredo's gonna.
Thank you
the
for
right.
coming.
Oh,
Oh, he's fine.
You see just the oldest beaver in the entire world. Big old beaver. Thank you for coming to this call for adventure. It's an honor to...
Oh, he's asleep.
Hey,
buddy.
Anyway, we are looking to send 3 brave adventurers in search of the lost cylinders of alkaline. Hush. Falls over the crowd. Gasps.
Oh, this sounds so exciting.
Do we have any volunteers?
Oh, me. Pick me. Me, Clippy. Clippy wants to go.
It is totally silent other than that. Yes, any volunteers?
Me.
Any at all?
Do me.
Would
Oh.
anyone?
Oh,
A
Harold,
brave
put me on your
young
shoulders.
adventurer.
Harold, put me on your shoulders.
Yeah. You see, as Harold goes to pick up, he picks up Glippy, but he accidentally raises his hand just a little bit.
Ah, yes. You just see that like a young boy had like pulled up to the beaver and whispered in his ear and pointed over to where you are. He says, "Ah, yes, I see we have 2 volunteers.
Oh, wait.
Harold
What?
and Clippy."
Oh, I don't think Harold wants to come. It's
Oh no! I got nothing. I did all my. I finished. I had 20 deliveries today. Got them all done by 11. So I'm good.
oh.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Glippy and Harold, if you are going, I have the map that might be useful to you.
No,
Is that
Frida,
that?
You're gonna come
Is that
along?
that squirrel?
Oh, hello, Friar. This is me. Yes, hello.
Hello.
I have the map that you request for the adventure.
Ah, yes,
Woo!
the map. Please bring it here.
Yeah. Here is the map. Is very good map. Yes. Look at detail over trees.
All right. And he tried to like unroll it, and he just like looks over, gives like a grumpy old man stare at the little boy who whispered in his ear, and the little boy like runs over, little beaver boy, and grabs the other side, and he unfurls it, and he says, "Now, this quest shall take you all across the highlands,
Oh,
for there are 3 powerful artifacts of the lost cylinders of alkaline.
what's an
There is
exciting
the
adventure?
cylinder of Durakel, the cylinder of Rayovas, and the cylinder of Energizer."
Oh, yeah. 7 tales of the Energizer back in my town.
You see Harold go, Energizer. I like the sound of that. Energizer. Yeah.
Yeah, it has that nice ancient feel to it.
Yeah. There were many tales about the tales of Energizer back when I was little squirrel girl.
You just see Harold's foot is like tapping.
Like Lippy watches the excitement of Harold and Frida and goes,
So, is the volunteer thing like legally binding? Can I opt out? Perhaps. Maybe is there another adventure party or?
Yeah,
No,
and like, what's the
I
timeline?
pretty much
we gonna get this done in like an hour, 2 tops or something.
I
No,
swear
it
to
will
God,
take-
Harold.
It will take many days and far-flung travels.
Days.
Oh, this is so exciting. We get to have so much fun. I paid lots of map. Oh, this is going to be very good.
Frida,
Yeah.
how long did that whole thing take you? Was that like a day's job or something?
Frida,
Yeah,
I noticed the elevation seems a bit confusing.
No, if you look at key in corner, you see that there are tick mark for the one elevation, and then there are dot mark for other elevation. It is artistic rendering of elevation.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Well, you must leave at once
No,
for your great adventure, for we must.
Can I bag? What?
Sorry.
Ready, set, go.
No, wait. Someone tell Niblick that I'll be back in a couple of
As Harold runs out, there's like a little ferret that is like, ah, shit, fuck, and like starts like running out after you and tries to grab you. He's like, look, all right, you know, the pastor's great. Everybody loves the pastor, but he didn't give you like anywhere to start, right? Didn't tell you anything, right?
Oh, no,
I'm not mistaken.
He give us map. Well,
You
I
made the
give us
map.
map. Yeah.
Right.
And he said go, so we got to go.
Right. Well, he you know, he has a flair for the dramatic, you know, what have you.
He pulled out a starter's pistol.
very
He said,
dramatic.
get on your marks, get set, ready, set, go, bang. And then we had to go.
I don't remember a pistol.
Definitely a starter's pistol.
Glippy is throwing up right now from being on Harold's shoulders while he ran.
If the pastor has a pistol, then I have a much harder day on my hands. You have to understand.
The pistol again.
I gotta clear that church out. Anyway,
tricky badger.
Oh my god!
you're gonna want. Shit! I didn't mean that.
He's running pistol. He's different. He's not the same. We
It's a
cut this
starter's
part
pistol.
in post.
It's a flare gun. At most. Anyway,
Inside a hollowed out wooden stump.
He's very
as you
old
can
people.
see, I have a lot to do. You're gonna want to go and talk to Osterol. He's on the church, you know, in the outskirts of town. He doesn't play as nice with city folk, but Osterol, ask him about the lost cylinders. He'll give you the proper spooky prophecy shit that leads you on your way.
Oh, I cannot wait. I love this book.
Make sure you grab some supplies for your road ahead, and if you die, the church is not liable. I just want to put that out there. Business Mouse will get really mad at me if I don't say that. I don't mean to be like crass about this, but like we're fully not liable.
Oh, say hi to Business Mouse for me.
Oh yeah, will do. I he's supposed to be here.
That guy doesn't tip.
Yeah. Most of my job is just managing Business Mouse and the pastor, if I'm honest.
It is very thankless job. Yes.
It's very
Yeah.
thankless.
What do you mean he doesn't tip? I get tips from him. I'm so close to slipping into Southern. I'm so close.
Brian, you can do Southern.
I
It's
can't do it
okay.
every time.
You can have adventure voice. Adventure voice can be Southern voice.
Oh, maybe that's it.
You
He-
do
he- I
just on the road.
He tips me every time, man.
What?
Yeah. He
He
says he
never
likes things
tips.
done fast.
What? Even when he tips you when you deliver for me?
Oh, yeah.
You never give me any of the tips.
What's the delivery tip?
Okay, whatever.
Anyways, you guys seem like you've got this taken care of. I am gonna go check on a beaver with a gun. See you later. Old North Church, Ostral the Owl. You know the deal.
Old North Church,
Ta-ta.
Australia Owl.
Oh, I definitely know where this is. All right, we're going to go south out of the city. Okay, ready, set, go.
No!
Harold is actually east north. If you look on map, it's clear where north be.
All right, we're going to go that way instead. And you just see him come back the other way.
Just like
As
Turns.
Harold starts zooming away, Freda takes out her extendable prodder and sort of hooks it on the back of his messenger bag and grabs Glippy and goes, okay, hold on. And then they just start flying.
Full on Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, she's got a little bit of like a flying squirrel situation where we're literally just flying behind you,
Nice.
attached by this extendable rod.
It's a real Buster Keaton moment where,
Yes.
where I'm running south and then I grab onto a light post, spin around, and as I'm flying past, you just hook me with a cane and whoop.
and I like that you're leading the way with roller skates. Like they don't have the roller skates to ride on, but you're pulling on roller skates. Very good. Yes, you guys head out on your adventure in a very natural call to adventure that's super makes sense. Yeah. So how do you want to get to the Old North Church? It's a little bit on the outskirts of the city.
I think we get about 3/4 of the way just by roller skating, no?
The roller skates are good for the city and like the immediate outskirts of the city. After that, it gets a little rough. At a certain point, the cool factor is outweighed by the sheer inability to move. So reluctantly, I take off my skates, I tie them together, and I loop them around my neck. So they're just kind of like dangling in front of my chest. And we're walking at what I think is a pretty comfortable cliff, but for everyone else is like a triple time march.
Yeah, Glippy's got a big backpack on. And I think Glippy's probably really struggling, heaving.
Oh, guys, can we slow down a little?
Oh, yeah, my joint cannot take so much of the... I leap, and I leap, and I leap, but then I have to stop the leap for a bit, and I have to do a rest.
But we want to get there in record time, don't we?
Who's timing this?
Oh, yeah,
There's no one timing anything.
who is current record holder?
You see, he holds up his skates, and carved into the skates are all of his record times. He's like, I mean, I'm the current record holder, but you know, I'm probably not gonna make it this time, even if we like went really fast. Like, if we want to take it slow and like go for second or third place, like that's totally fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for like 5th place or something.
Yeah, we enjoy scenery, and we look through at all beautiful things. We look at plant. Oh, look, plant.
5th place. What are you, Bonifield Bunny?
Oh,
Idiot.
Bonifield. Beautiful bunny. So kind.
As soon as Frida says, like, look at the beautiful scenery, I think there's just like a thunderclap and then just torrential downpour.
Oh, you see, I think that my joint hurt from leaping, but it hurt from rain. I should have known. We find shelter, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the rain. I don't have any of the records for the rain runs.
Why don't you give me somebody give me a roll to sort of search out some shelter?
Yeah.
Whoever's leading the way, which is probably Harold.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's a 7.
7. That's a success. You are marching around you're sort of still on the roads out of Odd Oak, and you come to a turn where you see just like an old crusty sign that like clearly hasn't been like repainted recently. You almost would have missed it if you weren't being slowed down by Glippy. That just says like the North Church. And it's just like leads down this like very windy dirt path into the woods.
Oh, I've never actually seen this path before. I always go straight past it, and then I go around. So I'm able to make record time. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. How far down path do you think it is?
I have no idea, but it's gonna be fun finding out.
Oh, Clippy, do you need help?
No, Harold.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you should stop and smell the roses?
What?
It's just you should slow down and you would have. You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yes, roses have very good smell. You can tell where rose is from.
regret bringing up
on
roses.
slow. You can tell within half-mile radius where rose is from just by smell.
And I think you got the phrase wrong. It's you run to smell the roses because they're only giving off fragrance for so long, so you got to run to get to them.
No,
And then you grab them.
no, my little Harold.
And you sniff as you run.
This is a no.
Harold, Harold.
You got to catch the roses.
No, the roses not go anywhere, Harold. What sort of rose you see?
I mean,
I'm starting to like you less, Harold.
I've always caught the roses. I don't know where they're going, but they're gonna go away. But I get there fast enough, so I catch them.
This is not how roses work, Harold. You are quite mistaken.
As you guys are walking down this path, you all of a sudden ahead on the path hear like a like thunder crack and like see lightning, and you hear like a
Oh no!
the sound of like a great tree being felled by some lightning.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no! The beautiful tree. I hate when they fall.
Something you also notice about this path as you're going down is that it is like the wider path than beast folk paths typically are.
This is big path, no?
Big path.
Harold, you have taken this path, yes?
No, I've never done this one. I go right past this little cut through. So this is unmarked territory for me. This might be a whole new route I'm going to be using in the near future. So this is great. But yeah,
maybe
this
we
is a little.
stick to side of path.
Maybe we just
Maybe.
stick to a side and maybe go through the bush, not in the wide open.
This seems like smart plan. Yes. Yeah, we do bush.
You eventually come to the end of the path and you see a like massive Titan built church. So it looks similar to the churches of Beastkind, but on a scale that is like big enough for like a bear to come hang out in. And a tree has just like fallen directly into the side of it and sort of like caved in the roof and has fallen into the pews, and like rain is coming into the main room of the church.
Oof. It's going to take at least a couple hours to fix.
Oh man.
Oh, no, this
Wait.
is not very good for shelter. It's big church, yeah?
Big.
We know this is big church.
Biggest church.
Did you say this would take a couple hours to fix?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take up to a couple hours to
What
fix.
is
Am I right?
wrong?
There's so
God
much.
damn it!
There's so much damage.
Do we have to climb over the tree to get into the church?
Yeah, so there's like a human-sized door that you like could probably figure out how to open, but the tree has kind of given like you could take the tree as just like a little path in where it's fallen in.
Freda will go and I will look inside church and see, who is there? Who is there? And then I come back. And she's going to use her climbing claws to scurry on up. And
Are you trying to stay hidden?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you give me a roll and you can do it with advantage for using your little claws.
Okay. First roll is a 6. Second roll is a 3. So we'll go with 6.
Nice. 6 is a success. So you maintain your hiddenness, and you hear a little voice off to the back of the church, like on this very confusing sculpture of like an old Titan that seems to have been damaged, but is just now like a couple legs hanging on the back of the church. Seems like the rest like got destroyed at some point. And you see a little owl perched on the legs, just like, ooh, 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 ooh,
Austral!
ooh,
Austral, it's me!
Oh,
it's
Hello?
who?
Harold! It's Harold! I delivered you those
Harold!
magazines that one time.
Oh, Harold!
Yeah.
Come in!
oh, is this after all? Hello.
Hello! Who are you?
I'm Freda. And then we have, Glippy. Glippy is coming along.
I am Clippy.
Who?
Clippy.
I smell honey oat cakes.
Yep. You want one?
Yes. And then like swoops down in like a very terrifying predatory owl swoop as if to eat you, and then just stops immediately and like stares at you with this like one milky eye that has like a scar through it.
Dude,
Oh yeah, that's
don't eat
creepy eye.
me.
Oat cakes?
Yeah. Here you.
Guys, Clippy pulls one out of their pocket, and they just kind of like put it in front of Ostro's eye.
Just like gently touches his eye too.
Ew.
You see, Harold reaches over, grabs the cookie, and moves it over so it's in front of the other eye.
And then he sees it and then just like eats it out of your hand. So, what brings you to?
We were sent here
my church.
we were sent by Beaver Pastor.
Who?
Yeah, Beaver Pastor.
Oh,
Pastor Dust.
Pastor Dust.
Pastor Dust. Yeah.
So you're on a quest.
Yeah, quest.
Oh.
We were told you kind of have some kind of foretelling prophecy for us that'll maybe send us upon our way.
Prophecy.
Yeah, we were promised that it would be spooky, creepy. Yeah.
The lost cylinders.
Yeah, the lost
Yeah.
cylinders. I'm
That is
particularly
the
interested in
one,
the Energizer one. That one sounds cool.
Yes, Energizer. That is everyone's favorite. Yes. To find the lost cylinders of Durakel, Ryovas, Energizer, you must seek one who dwells in the White Woods. Ancient, all-knowing. Who is the question? One who dwells in the White Woods, all-knowing, ancient, all-consuming. Yes, that is where you shall find Durakel. You must find one who shakes the earth in the mountains to the west, in a deep cave that only the bravest shall venture within.
You say this is all consume. Yes.
All
Yeah.
consume
This-
ancient knowledge, White Woods.
Oh, so they consume knowledge or they consume creature?
I imagine both.
Oh no, that is going to be a problem.
And finally,
Oh, sorry.
you
Continue.
must seek two who dwell on an island of their own creation in the crossing lock. That is where you will find Energizer.
This is Energizer.
One who dwells in the White Wood, ancient and all-knowing and all-consuming. One who shakes the earth in the mountains to the west. And two who dwell on an island of their own making.
Oh, this is so many. That is 4. Yeah.
There are 3
They're all.
cylinders,
Oh yeah.
4 beings.
Yeah. Check.
And
now.
only one survivor.
Oh, I love that. I love that animal program.
Oh, you like Survivor? I love Survivor.
Yeah, I love Survivor.
Oh, there's more that unites us than divides us, right?
I knew you weren't so bad.
Oh, my favorite guy was Rupert. I loved Rupert.
He was the worst one.
No, Rupert was so great. He was so fast.
Who?
Rupert, remember I gave you the magazine. I gave you the free magazine with all the magazines
Who
you
gave
ordered.
me a magazine?
Harold gave you the magazine. I delivered so many magazines, my man.
Harold, are you sure this magazine did
Head
not
just
fall
spins
out?
around fully, not looking at you anymore.
Jesus, every time I'm never expecting it. I know it's gonna happen, and I never see it coming.
It's kind of gross.
He's impressive. He can see all around. We feel
Who
trapped.
are you?
All right, he's.
What are you doing in my church?
I've had this
There's
before.
a tree
He's on
inside
he's on a loop
your,
now.
Your church, there's a tree inside of it. We gotta go. See you later.
We can hunker until storm is over. Yeah.
Clippy, do you have another oat cake?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Clippy takes out a dough cake and they throw it in the air to like kind of make them do a trick for us.
Can you roll? You can roll with advantage because you're using an oat cake.
Oat cake. That's a 12.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a critical success. What trick do you want Ostral to do?
Ooh,
Sick Ollie.
I
Sick
want
Ollie.
I want Ostro to I guess because they're so old, as like they go up to eat the cake, they like leave a trail of like feathers that kind of like the way plane, like what's that called when like planes leave a message in the sky?
Chemtrails
Yeah,
or like skywriting.
Skywriting, not chemtrails.
Similar, but
No, it's
different.
chemtrails. Don't listen to him.
And
I don't think I actually know what chemtrails are.
Yeah, what are chemtrails?
It's a conspiracy theory that the trails that you see behind jets didn't used to happen, and that it's a sign that the government is dropping chemicals on us to brainwash us.
Oh,
that
yes,
tracks.
that is true. I want everyone to know that is something that
And that is something we as
support.
many-sided media believe.
We
I am stating
endorse
our
chemtrails.
opinion.
Let me be clear. We don't endorse the theory. We endorse the trails themselves.
Oh we endorse
we
the
endorse
action.
The
Pro
trails
chemtrails.
are what we endorse.
Wait, before we get back on track, it's Energizer, Duracell. What is the third one?
Rayovac. It's not one of the hit battery brands.
It's not one of the top 10. It's not one of
When
the-
you go to make funny names out of battery brands,
There are
you gotta
limited sources.
start pulling from the bottom of the barrel after Energizer and Duracell.
Cool.
That's fair.
And wait,
It would have
so-
been funny if you did Amazon Basics or something.
That was like the third most common one when I was Googling batteries. Anyway.
wait,
Amazon Basics.
I do have a question. Duracell is we have to find one in the white wood that is all consumes all in the white wood.
Consumes all in the white wood.
One in a cave that shakes the earth. That's Rayovac
In the mountains to the west.
in the mountains
Yes.
to the west, and two on an island of their own creation. That's Energizer.
Yes.
Okay.
What's funny is I had written a funny way to say Energizer, and then in the moment was like, nope, we're just going for Energizer.
Energizer.
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
the right call.
It was.
That was
Right call.
brilliant.
So are you guys? You're sleeping through the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ostro made a little pretty picture of us in the sky with his chemtrails.
with his little feather chemtrails, right?
Yeah.
That was how we got here. I
Right.
forgot why we were talking about chemtrails. Yes, Ostro leaves a little like feather message in the sky that says, "You're all going to die," just for a split second.
And then the feathers and blow off into the wind.
It's like that thing in Harry Potter with like Tom Riddle turns to Lord Voldemort
Oh,
or whatever. Or
Oh, yeah, when he draws his
Oh
name.
yeah.
It was
Exactly.
Tom
like-
Marvolo Riddle spells, I am Lord Voldemort.
Man, what a stretch that was.
Wait, I love... Sorry, and then we do have to get back on track. But in foreign translations, they had to like really bastardize like what this phrase was and what his name is, knowing that like that's the reveal, because Voldemort like didn't translate, or like to get Je suis Voldemort, his name has to be something super weird.
They should just put that in parentheses. Be like, listen, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Understand that it's a joke, a language joke in a language other than your own. We're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Oh no, all good. You guys settle in. Sleeping in the Old North Church with Austral is an experience. Austral has night terrors, and occasionally you're just settling down to sleep, and then you hear ah! Which Zoom probably just blocked out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You'll enjoy listening to it later. Just horrid blood curdling screams every like half hour. So it's not the best sleep of your life, but it's dry.
I think at some point, Harold goes over to the hanging statue of just the legs, and beneath it, he's left a little book that is all of his times, because he sees it as like, oh, this, the leg statue. All right, it's all about races.
Oh my God, like an altar to
it's an
running.
altar to speed.
Harold has a little religious moment. He's like, this, now this.
It is. I think like he comes here and he's got like is like a 3-ring binder, and he takes a piece of paper out and adds it to the 3-ring binder and closes it up and like kind of examines his times. So
Nice.
All right, cool. I'm moving. I'm grooving.
I think just for like the drama of it, I think you find that there's a page of times not in your handwriting that's been added to the binder.
Whoa.
And they're good. They're fast.
They did the Kesselrine in 5 parsecs.
They did, baby.
Hot damn, I gotta find this person.
Yeah, no signature.
So punk rock.
So punk rock. Anyway, next morning, which lost cylinder would you like to pursue first?
I am not look forward to Devour. No. So maybe we save this one for last.
Which one?
The White Woods. Maybe we go there last, just in case we are Devour.
Okay.
They're pretty close. I'd say geographically. Just to set the you're allowed to make whatever decision you want, but White Woods are here, mountains to the west are here, and the crossing lock is down here.
We can get the White Woods like on the way back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is good plan.
What's the furthest away? Crossing Lock.
Crossing lock, yeah.
We gotta do an out and back. We go all the way out. We come all the way back.
Yeah, I like this plan.
Glippy,
Glippy, all right with that plan?
wanted to do the White Woods, but is outvoted and goes, and just like in his head is thinking about Niblet and what they're doing at Hall of Notes, and it's just like,
I think I made a mistake.
but agrees.
We cut back to Niblet at Hall of Notes, who's having a great time working alone. just like
thriving.
kneading dough.
He's listening to
Doing a
music
little
while he's
dance.
working, which was never allowed.
Never allowed. Yeah.
Experimenting with a new oat cake.
Yeah, there's new cakes, like just completely different.
Yeah, we just see him like handing a like chocolate honey oat cake, which like you've never been into when he's proposed, and like someone takes a bite into it and they're like, "You're a genius," and it's Niblet's best day ever montage is what we see.
There's like, we zoom outside of the store, and instead of like the Hall and Oats, instead a Hall is crossed out and it's just Nibs and Oats now.
Nibs and oats.
Oh no!
I love it.
Subterfuge.
I gotta think there's like a daily specials board that's out there that you had never like was literally dusted off or like maybe repaired after you broke it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, we've got the classics and the classics only, and
The daily specials are longer than the main menu.
Yeah, Niblet tried doing a special board and I broke it in half and yelled at him.
no, poor
He's
Niblet.
taped it back together.
All right. So you guys embark on your journey. You can see the map in front of you. You have a couple kind of options. Which one are you headed to first, Peak Wall or the Crossing Lock?
The crossing lock.
Oh, good. That's a fun one. How do you want to get there? Long journey.
Ford the river.
Oh, this is
By land, by water, by water.
I get nervous in
Is
water.
there a way by water?
Yeah, you can take the river.
Go
You
down
can
the
go
river?
west to the river, and then you could ride the river down to the Crossing Lock.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
this seems like good plan. Glippy, I get sort of nervous. I confess, I do not know how to swim.
Oh yeah, me either.
Oh, swimming is super easy.
Harold, you swim?
Yeah, I normally I'm just kind of a runner, but I was doing some swimming and some biking because I wanted to try
For
out
the
a
cardio.
triathlon. Yeah, for the cardio.
Oh, yeah.
Wanted to kind of diversify my workouts.
Oh, are you gonna run the Iron Rabbit?
Oh yeah, you know the Iron Rabbit?
Yeah. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive.
This is huge feat.
I'm training for it. I'm still, I'm probably 6 months out, but
Very impressive.
honestly,
Yeah,
it's
what
mostly diet. That's why I'm eating so many honey oat cakes.
Oh, yeah. So is diet important to swimming?
Yeah, you just got to make sure you don't eat half an hour before you swim or
Oh.
you drown immediately. Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
I've never tested it, but it seems right.
So if we are in constant threat of being dumped into water and drowned, so we not eat whole voyage?
Ooh, that's a good point.
No,
You know-
we should eat, but just don't go in the water.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever you eat, just stay right in the center of whatever boat we find.
No?
We'll take turns eating. We'll take shifts.
Yeah.
So someone's always in the middle.
Definitely
the other two on
shifts.
the outsides.
And if you can't swim, we'll just tie you to the center of the boat while you eat for a half an hour.
I have rope. So is useful.
Oh, great.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Great plan, team.
Worst case, you go down with the ship.
Oh, no. This is not good.
And we're all captains, so legally we have to go down with the ship together.
Oh.
That's true. That's true.
That is law.
Captain's law.
Midnight Muscadines is a cozy, dark tabletop role-playing game where light and shadow intertwine in a fractured world. Players take on the roles of marmoteers, brave adventurers who journey into the untamed wilderness to collect the elusive Midnight Muscadines, craft magical jams, and protect the fragile light of Nim. Through collaborative storytelling and resourceful gameplay, players weave tales of courage, community, and the pursuit of balance. Will you preserve the light, uncover the truths hidden in the shadows, or reshape the balance of the world forever? Midnight Muscadines is perfect for fans of Studio Ghibli and Sea of Stars who seek to capture the magic of exploration and the heartfelt adventure in a world where small heroes make a big impact. Play Midnight Muscadines as a traditional GM'd game, GMless, or even solo. Midnight Muscadines is crowdfunding now on BackerKit. Join the campaign at pandeongames.com/muscadines.
I'm Quinns of tabletop role-playing game review show Quinn's Quest, and this is Play to Find Out. Play to Find Out is an actual play podcast that brings notorious old games from the 80s and 90s back to the table. Each season of Play to Find Out, I'm joined by Emily Johnson and Rob Morgan.
Good? Nervous?
Yeah.
You both looked at each other really concerned, like you think what's about to happen is going to be unpleasant. And frankly, I think that's rude.
And together, we explore the TTRPGs of ages gone by. Our goal? To separate the TTRPGs that deserve to be remembered from those that maybe don't. I don't know, Emily. It was the 80s. A lot of people were on cocaine. We blow the dust from decrepit systems to learn how they work. Your 100 on the encounter table bursts out. Right, you've encountered a fog. Get ready. Don't laugh.
Does one get ready for a fog?
Don't laugh. Encounter their unique quirks.
I do finger guns to cover up how I wince.
A weird thing happens as you do finger guns.
Oh no.
And I'm hoping that the Quinn's Quest community will join us in exploring these games too. If you this up, cannot describe to you how much your adventure ends here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the best way to learn is to play to find out. Play to Find Out is available now on the Quinn's Quest Patreon, but the first episode of each series streams for free on the Quinn's Quest YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. Anyway, you failed the Tech roll, and you made jokes while I was doing my exposition, so you don't get to hear any more.
Oh, no. Come on.
I was shook as...
So you can either try and fashion some kind of ship, or you can head to kind of the closest riverside settlement is Powell's Head or Tinder Tenders.
Oh, we go to Tinder Tenders.
I want to go to Tinder Tenders.
Yeah.
Thought you might.
Tinder Tenders have the best fish tenders you can possibly get.
We get actual
That's true.
boats.
Tinder Tenders is all about the fish.
All about the fish tenders. They got that great tender sauce. Oh, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
We love the tender sauce. So you guys journey from the woods outside of Odd Oak. You cross the River Ard. You make your way out of the bristly woods, out into more of the sort of open rolling hills of the Highlands. And eventually you find your way to a small fishing town built on a series of docks. And there's a number of different sort of like aquatic creatures here. You see that there are some like otters who are lounging in the sun, big straw hat. You see that there's like a family of frogs that's like playing, jumping off the dock and flipping around. And what you're immediately confronted with is the smell of the Tinder Tenders, the fried, crispy, perfectly breaded kraut tenders.
I think
that they
this is
cook
how
up.
Freda led everyone to this place by scent of. She could smell it
100%.
miles away.
And hits Harold right in the face, and he just like reaches over, grabs Frida's arm, just goes, "Oh, the tenders."
Yeah, she's been this whole time being like, "Oh, you will love the smell of the tender tenders. You wait till it hits your nose. It hits my nose mild back, but wait for it to hit your nose."
His leg is thumping. Oh yeah.
Glippy, can you smell the tender tender?
Clippy is like charging up the portable oven. Is like, don't worry, guys. We don't need this disgusting food. I'll make us some honey oat cakes in just a sec.
Oh, Glippy, I think you change your mind if you try food.
Glippy, actually, do you have any of that honey oat cake, that granola? We could probably like batter and fry some tendies in like honey oat cake, and that'd be fucking good.
Oh,
man.
Glippy, this is very good.
Dare desecrate my oat cake!
Glippy,
It's your specialty.
little, like-
you make it all the time.
a little newt
perfect
walks
way-
up to you as you're setting up your oven, and he's got like a big like reed hanging out of his mouth, and he's like, "You got a permit for that?
Excuse me?
Do you have a permit for that?
Do I have a permit for my
That don't look like a tendy fryer to me, boy."
Oh, we are from out of town. Yeah. We did not know. It's about permit. Where can we get some cinder tender?
Can you
No.
make tendies in that thing?
No, hold on.
We could
honey
definitely
oat
make
cakes in
tendies in this thing.
No, it's
What do you
only
mean?
for oat cake.
No, we could definitely make tendies in this thing.
No,
I guarantee it.
Harold, you
Town
saucy boy.
ordinance, only kind of cooking that happens here is tendy cook.
Oh, then yeah, we can make tendy tender.
No one's making any. No one's desecrating my oven.
Glippy, we only need to be able to do. We do not need to actually do.
Clippy looks at this guy and goes,
Now you listen here, pal. Or dare I say, buddy.
Ooh.
I will not take your mouthing off at me. You big stupid idiot.
Clippy.
Oh,
Clippy.
Glippy. Glippy, toss is
I
Clippy.
lack your gusto, young
Oh,
man.
Thank you. I'm a head baker at Hall & Oates in Oak.
You start making tendies out of that thing, you go far here, son.
I'll consider it. Where can we get a boat, a ship for some traveling?
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to talk to Terry. Terry's tender tenders. You're gonna want to
Terry's
talk to
Tender
Terry over
Tender.
at Terry's tender tenders.
Terry's Tinder Tender. Terry's Tinder
Terry
Tenders.
Terry Tinder of Terry's tender tenders.
there. Yes, we
That
go
sounds right.
this way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right at the end of the long dock.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. It's very long line.
Yeah. There's just a line going out on this one dock, and there's no other businesses. Like you see that the docks around like have like multiple businesses, but the long dock is just a like empty dock until the very end, where there is this like big boat that is like fully latched into the dock, and like like structures have been built around the boat until it's become just like a stable structure. Big sign, Terry Tinder's Tinder Tenders.
Very tender.
Really, you realize that the town is just named for this restaurant, and like otherwise it's sort of just like a collection of folks who have decided that they like eating these enough that they will live here all the time.
Well, thanks for your help.
and Glippy pulls out like a honeyed oat cake and goes,
For your trouble, pal.
and gives it to this guy and goes,
Let's go meet Terry.
Have a Tinder tender day.
Yeah,
Uh,
tender tender. Yeah.
See, we gotta have the tender tenders.
Well, he's got to have the oat cake.
He
just
didn't
puts
say
it in
have
his
an oat
pocket.
cake day. He said have a tender day.
He saved it for special occasion.
The town is called Tender Tenders.
You think
We're
we
going
need?
to Terry's Tinder Tenders.
Should we wait in line or should we try? Should we try
No,
to
let's go
skip?
right to the front. They like
Oh.
my gusto here.
They do like us. This guy had very confusing energy. I did not know how to read it.
So you're just walking past the line of like all these like otters and frogs and beavers and various other folk.
Excuse me, everybody, coming through. We got a man with gusto over here coming through.
Yeah, get out the way.
Are they really cutting the line? Are they
Yeah, I'm cutting the line.
He's got gusto.
Instead
does have
of
gusto.
going with Harold and Glippy, Freda's gonna get small to try to like scoot behind them, but in a way where she's kind of hoping no one notices.
You make it about 2/3 of the way through the line, and then like a big toad spreads his big toad legs over so he's covering the full width of the dock with his legs, but staying facing forward.
Move,
Huh?
Harold. Get this guy to move.
Hey,
What?
don't you see this guy's got gusto?
So?
That means we get to go to the front of the line. 'Cause that's what gusto means.
I have gout.
Oh, he's got gout. He gets to be the front of the gustos. That's how it goes.
That's how that works.
No, that's how that works.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
how that-
You know what? That's my bad. I didn't realize.
Thank you.
Yeah, you stay right there. We'll get right behind you because it's gout and then gusto.
Just you like squeeze behind, and there's like a very small frog that's like, yeah, I got gout too.
Oh, that's our bad. That's our bad.
No,
Let's go back.
no.
He's got gout. Fair's fair.
But like at least 5 more people try to pull the same ruse on you, where it's like, yeah, I got gout too. Yeah, definitely got
Harold
gout.
goes with it every
They're
time.
lying to you. Stop.
No, they can't lie. You've got gusto. They've got gout. It's fair's fair.
No, they're lying.
Oh,
Their
excuse
feet
me.
are
No, we got
fine.
to go one more back. This guy's also got gout.
No.
Oh, the toad fully has gout. Like his feet are kind of fucked up. But everybody else totally lying.
Freda's gonna tap the toad on his shoulder.
What?
And oh yeah, hello.
Hello.
This line, does it move fast?
Not particularly.
Oh, he's worth the wait then. He's slow
Yeah.
line, but he's good food.
Good tenders.
Good tenders. Yeah. You
The
think
tenderest tenders.
tender is tenders. The aroma, it lingers 4 miles, 4 leagues.
Yep.
Can I see inside? Why is it move slow? Like, is it because is there like not enough people cooking, not enough people serving? Like, what's the limiting factor here?
You see that it's moving slow because there's like, there is trying to think what species the Tenders family is, or the Tinders family is. Anybody want to posit what species the Tinders family is?
Slots.
Sloths?
I was gonna say like an egret or something because they're cooking fishes on.
So
on
a
the
sloth
water.
and an egret are behind the counter, and
Terry's the egret, and she
And
yeah
Tinder's
families
Sloth.
come in all stripes.
she fell in love. Who
Yeah,
can blame her?
Terry was a fast talking bird. Is that what an egret is?
Yes,
Okay, great. Terry,
they're like
Terry-
they kind of look like a stork, where they're like very long legs. They like fish in ponds and things.
They got
Yeah.
big bills.
Yeah,
Terry's husband, Terry, it comes from a long line of formerly escaped zoo animals. And they fell in love. And, Terry the sloth has a way with batter and tenders, but he works meticulously to craft each tender the perfect thickness of batter, cut to the perfect size. It's got that perfect, like, you see people walk out with their little platter full, and it's like perfect rectangular prisms of fish in these tenders, with a nice big like glob of dipping sauce that's like plated somehow on these little like paper to go trays, but it like has a nice plating, maybe a little microgreen on there. So that's why it's slow, is because Terry the sloth is the chef and his tenders are good, but it's because he takes his time.
Also, I just want to clarify: the ancestors of the sloths were the ones who escaped, and not the ancestors of the egrets.
Correct. Wait, I don't know
Love
what
it.
I don't know what a fucking egret is. You got me. What's an egret?
It's a bird. No, I just think it's. I
But
think it's
where's
funny
it from?
Wait,
I just think it's funny that the slow animal escapes and not the bird.
Well, I assumed the bird could be natural to the area, but I don't know of sloths in the Scottish Highlands, so I went for descended
that's right.
from
I didn't even
escaped.
think about being native to the area. I don't know if
Because
a
I guess I
bird
couldn't accept that without
akin to
attaching
an
an
egret.
explanation to it.
No, I liked it.
definitely there's
That's good.
something that's similar to an egret in Scotland. I'm sure of it. But sloth, I don't think sloths are native. So I stand by it.
I look at Glippy and I just kind of like nudge him and go, "Man, this guy's just as anal as you. I mean, look at that."
What do you mean anal? I'm perfectly relaxed and calm all the time.
Oh, Mr.
I
Mr.
just
Cole.
hold up one of the cakes. I just like slowly bring it up, looking at him, and I just crumble it a little bit.
Freda is going to ask, Mr. Todd, what is sorry, I did not catch
Yeah.
your name.
Mr. Toad is fine.
Mr. Todd, yes. What if I could tell you that if you let us go ahead, then you will have your Tinder tenders in record speed?
Oh wait, yeah. Frida, you're the health inspector, right?
Yeah, health inspector is me.
Roll to convince Mr. Toad that you're the health inspector.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that I can use to
What-
do this.
What if I?
Go for it, Clippy?
No, I was gonna say if I keep repeating it to the health inspector over and over again, is that like repeating a strenuous task?
I think it counts.
Are you just standing behind Frida going, health inspector? Health inspector.
Yeah, I'm like standing behind her, going, saying like,
Oh, health inspectors, they inspect the food, and health inspectors do health stuff, and does health inspector.
You can
I'm
roll
like-
with advantage, sure.
Try to like
Fair.
inception him to just think the words health inspector. Oh, that's a 10, baby.
Mr. Toad is like, makes sense to me.
Look at ya.
Go right ahead,
Wait,
Miss Health Inspector.
And they're gonna scurry on up to the front of the line. And actually, is there like a door to go into?
Oh, it's just
the
like a
kitchen?
big open counter, like a fry shack at a beach kind of vibe.
Okay. And then she'll go up to the window. Derek?
Welcome to Terry Tinder's Tinder Tenders. How may I help you?
Hello, Terry. Actually, we are here to help you. You want to speed up line? Yes, you have even better business if you can serve people even quicker, yes?
Terry the egret turns over her shoulder, and you see behind her the sloth just slowly
All with
Cutting.
tweezers.
fish, and has like tweezers, little microgreens.
You don't need the micro. If you're not going to
No,
eat it, it shouldn't be on the plate.
You absolutely do need the microgreens.
He
This is
slowly
incredible.
turns his head. You're gonna want the microgreen.
It's a visual garnish. We don't need it. We're here for the Tindy Tendies.
Harold, you're watching artist.
Depth of flavor.
Yeah, we will keep the microgreens right, yeah. But we do it at a record speed, yeah?
I'm going as fast as I can.
Yeah, we help, yeah.
You just hear Harold's foot in the background just tapping.
Terry the egret is we're doing just fine. As you can see, we have, the speed doesn't seem to affect our business whatsoever.
Hey, sorry, Clippy. Name's Clippy. I own a little bakery called Hall & Oates. You may have heard of it.
Nope.
Poor
well, it's
Clippy.
pretty good. Here, try one of these.
and Clippy takes out a honey oat cake and gives it to the egret.
Trust me.
She picks it up with a little feathered wing.
Don't squeeze it. Don't.
Squeeze gives it a little squeeze. A few crumbs fall on the counter.
Clippy's like collecting them dearly in their hands.
And then she just like pecks it.
Oh,
Big peck. Like, it's just like to taste it, she's just pecking it and knocking crumbs all over the counter.
wait,
Gets like one little bit.
Oh, look, it's the granola.
not the granola.
Oh, yes, the granola. This is how it is made. Oh, I never put two and two together.
It's just from your cookies. What? I didn't know that.
It's not a cookie. It's a
So
cake.
clever. You see, he is very clever cook. He can bring clever to this. And you know what? Okay, so Terry, I live with you. We are in need of somebody to buy a boat. And we hope that maybe if we help you power through double number of customer, then we can, perhaps take small amount, very small amount of the shares, and then we go and we buy both.
All right. Glippy, was it?
Yeah, Clippy.
I think that oatcake had potential. Why don't you hop in the kitchen, make an order attendees, and we'll see how you do and if you might be able to help us get through this line.
He's got his own oven, too.
We don't use an oven. And you see just like a big vat of hot grease.
Harold can be a sous chef, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile,
I
you
can
see the
be-
sloth has the big claws, like long claws, and is holding a fish tender and just slowly dips it into the oil and just holds the claws in there.
He doesn't need
Looks
to hold
at
it
Glippy.
down. It's just going to float.
Is the oil not getting on your hands?
Oh, I've been doing this so long.
So you've also lost feeling in your fingers too?
And like Clippy holds up their lizard hands, and like they're like, if they had fingerprints, it'd be burned off by all
Yeah.
that.
Asbestos.
Yeah. At least we can commit crimes.
Oh, you always look at bright side of things, Clippy. Is such good trait.
Thanks, Frida.
Glippy, why don't you give me a roll for making your own little order of tenders and see if you're up to Terry and Terry's snuff.
Okay, and I think because Glippy's kind of small, so I do think I need to use Harold as a sous chef.
Oh, you want me to mise that plus? I'll mise all the plus.
And if you guys want to use any tags or anything, let me know how you want to incorporate those.
Well, we haven't used a skill yet.
That's true. What is your skill? Oh no, you did use your skill, Shenuque, right?
Yeah, repeat us.
Oh, but we didn't. I didn't give you an auto success there. So if you want to use your skill here for an auto success, you can get your one for the adventure.
Sorry, I thought skill. What's the mechanic where you can like do a flashback?
That's use your guts.
Oh, use
so
your
skill,
guts. Sorry.
Skill,
Yes.
the first time you do it, you get an automatic success, but then after that, it just gives you
Yes.
normal advantage. And then guts is you get an automatic success, but we mark 2 on the clock. Which the other thing I don't know if I mentioned, but like as you reach milestones, I'm also marking the clock, so you do have 2 on the D12
Oh, okay,
Whoa.
cool.
And then
for Call to Adventure and then the North Church.
got it.
for the skills, do we only get, like, because we have 3 skills, does each of them have an auto success or just...
You have 3 talents, 1 skill. Skill, it comes from your guild. So your recall ability.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
The talents you just use for advantage as normal.
Gotcha. I wrote them down as wrong.
Yeah, I'll use my like auto success from the skill, was it? And so Glippy like goes back into like head baker mode and just starts yelling at Harold.
Okay, come on, you idiot! Faster! No, a bit slower. Sorry, not faster. Not faster.
Faster! Faster! I
Take your
can do
time.
it faster!
No, no.
And he is chopping up all the vegetables.
I'll do the microgreens. You just fry it when it's ready. Done frying.
Do you want me to get the
put it back
microgreens? I'll
in.
get the microgreens. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You're pretty good. Well, you're not too bad.
Yeah, my dad was a
Netflix
chef.
can learn from you.
Terry is attempting to react to Harold doing things in the kitchen, but every time he starts, Harold's already doing something else. So it's just like,
You just hear like ping. Glippy as he's heading to all the different like stations in the kitchen.
And can like because Glippy's kind of small, can they be riding on Harold's like head and like ratatouilleing Harold a little bit?
Oh,
my
absolutely.
God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
Yeah. Yeah. 100% that's what's happening. So when all's said and done, you present a beautiful order of tenders. Does Glippy put his own spin on it, or does Glippy make them to Terry's specifications?
Glippy is a arrogant little lizard, so they're putting their own spin on it.
And what's that spin?
They put some of their sticky tree sap that they no what they've did, they took the crumbs that Frida and Harold have been raving about and used that as some of the breading on the tendies.
A little sweet and salty. Terry the Sloth, you present these, and Terry the Sloth is very slowly starting to have a taste. Meanwhile, Terry the Egret comes over, puts a sign up back in 5, and like full beak open, throws the whole tender in, chews within. All right. Maybe we call this a little special. Charge an extra couple. What was the currency you said earlier? I should have written it down.
Ragtags.
Charge a couple extra ragtags.
Yeah.
This could be a good day.
Oh, Glippy just goes,
Like a daily special?
A daily special.
and just thinks about the time where they yelled at Niblet for trying to do
Just
the
a little
daily
like
special.
fade to Niblet like holding the broken special
Crying.
menu.
Glippy's like, am I a bad boss?
I think
Maybe.
you see Harold is standing right next to what's his name? The sloth?
Terry?
Terry. He's standing right next to Terry
They're both Terry.
who's doing one fish, and he just grabs like a whole bucket of fish cubes that he's already made and just dumps them all in the oil. It's like, you can do way more than this. You can do way more faster. You got to batch fry, okay? Batch fry.
Oh,
Now the temperature on the oil is going to drop when you throw in this much fish, but like that's fine. Just leave it in for a couple more minutes.
Terry the Sloth's fully broken.
That's fine. He's out of the way.
just-
Now we can keep going.
He slowly takes off his apron, folds it.
Oh no.
No, Terry.
Honey, I'll see you at home.
Oh,
And then slowly like walks out. And then can sloths swim? Maybe. You just see him like dive out and like is a pretty fast swimmer, honestly, to swim home to their little home on another dock. Terry's like, all right, we're gonna be pushing out Glippy Glenders today. Glippy Glenders, everybody. That's the name of the special. We put it on the board. We can't change it now. We're charging 8 ragtags for an order of Glippy Glenders. Let's get this moving. And you guys cut to a little montage of Harold and Glippy chopping it up in the kitchen. Frida's helping do some customer service, take in like all the various orders.
So she definitely used her paint set to paint like an advert sign, and she's kind of just moving up and down the line, doing the thing where they like spin the side, pointing. towards their advertising.
Doing just like crazy little sign flips on the dock. The toad is like, these are the best Glenders I've ever had.
Oh yeah,
Many satisfied customers leave with their Glenders.
Glenders.
And then you see like Terry just like counting ragtags on the counter, divvying them up. And she's like, so you wanted to buy a boat, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Oh, and
We
the life
made-
jackets.
And a life jacket. And she's
Yeah.
just taking like stacks of money away from your share. So a boat and a life jacket. 3 life jackets.
Oh, just 2 life jackets. I can swim. Put that back.
2 life jackets. Do you want the insurance?
Don't take the insurance. It's a
no.
scam. It's a scam.
Do you want the insurance? If you run into any rocks, we'll replace it at a discount or repair it at a discount.
How much money? Just hold it. How many ragtags?
It wouldn't fit on my fingers.
It's what?
It wouldn't. You said hold up the amount, and it wouldn't fit on my fingers.
oh no! I just mean like grab the amount.
Oh, the insurance. She grabs, and there's like 2 ragtags left after she grabs the insurance.
We don't need the insurance. Come on.
No, we not take insurance.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, Terry, you are the light. So is other Terry.
And Glippy, if you ever want to come back and make more Glenders, you got a home here at Terry Tinder's Tinder Tenders and Glenders.
Maybe we could do like a collab or something. You know, you can buy my honey cakes for your crumbs, and I have to re-examine the way I run a business, in all honesty. So I'm really going through it at the moment.
That sounds like a very personal journey.
Yeah, I think I'm a cruel boss.
Okay, sometimes I think I'm a bad wife.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay, we go get food.
Bye.
There's a lot to unpack here.
That's Terry.
No, poor Terry.
And you guys tail off.
Terry.
And that's Terry and her husband, Terry. You guys sailed down the unnamed river. And
I mean, we were complete dicks to not go to the closest one and have to take this whole journey.
Well, I figured we were going to do all 3, so we'll go to the furthest one, and then we'll get them on the way back.
it's all good.
Because I figured we're not going to return with one and then the next.
It was absolutely like one of those kind of like vindictive bride moves when we like absolutely don't do the thing that we should do, and he was like, "I'm gonna fucking do the thing."
I think he feels really strongly about the strategy. Actually,
I genuinely thought, I was like, "Oh, well,"
which is even better.
Because this is what I would do if I was like, "Oh, I've got 3 things. I'm not going to go 1, 2, 3," because then you got to carry the first 2 all the way back out and then back in.
Wait,
So
did we do this wrong?
Because we don't know how big the cylinders are. They could be huge. Their cylinder feels like it's going to be big.
There's not a wrong way to do it. My imagined when I set the 3 locations was that you would go here, 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 and then come up north home like that.
No, yeah. It was strongly implied in the way you worded it that was the direction you wanted us to go. Yeah. And I was like, Brian's just doing that thing to fuck over the GM.
I wasn't.
But it
certainly feels like
and I was
now.
like, yeah, let's do it.
How nice is our boat?
Yeah, what kind of boat is it?
Your boat? Well, you didn't get the insurance. So Terry didn't want to give you like the nicest boat that she had on the dock. But it's like a not a pontoon in the typical sort of construction of like a human pontoon, but it's the same spirit of a pontoon. Where it's got the 2 like 2 big hollowed out logs that have been like capped at the end with like a mixture of like natural sort of forest cement that somebody's made to like cap off the hollow logs. Nice boards going across. It's got a nice like lounge chair for sunbathing, and then it's got a little covered area. So it's a nice little river cruiser.
I did have to Google what a pontoon was. A bunch of Googling going on this game.
Is it just wind powered, or is it like a like one of those fan river boats that they have in Florida?
Oh, it's definitely a fan riverboat, and you guys have to pedal to power the fan. But also going downriver, you can mostly ride the current. But if you want to come back upriver, you gotta have to do some pedaling.
Oh, Harold immediately takes the rein on the pedals. It's like, all right, I gotta set an early good time for this, okay? Because whoever that mystery person is had the river run, okay, and they did it in 18 and a half hours. And so we got to cut that at least by 3 hours, okay?
Okay, Harold, if this is what you want to do.
As long as you're pedaling.
Yeah, we'll do it in shifts.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Shifts.
Harold, why don't you give me a roll for kind of leading the navigation, and you can call this pathfinding if you'd like advantage.
Could I? Oh, I don't have a legs thing. No, I'll roll it. I'll roll it straight.
Roll it straight.
Yeah, that's 4.
Eat those veggies. 4 is just a success. So not quite like a bike. You saw the pedals and you're like, man, I know how to do this. But like you're steering with all the like freewheeling feelings of the fact that like you would be on a bike, and you're just like, the boat is leaning in a way that like it would on the open seas, but shouldn't be leaning and rocking on like what would be a very pleasant river ride.
I'm getting the hang of this. I think in an hour or two, this will be smooth sailing.
Freda's definitely made herself super small to hide in whatever in if she can be the most center position on the boat, and she has her little life vest on.
Yeah, I think Glippy is using the sticky tree sap that they have and is like putting it on the boat and like using it to stick themselves to the boat so they don't move.
Well, because Brian didn't fail, I won't make you guys roll to not fall off. It's just a very bumpy ride.
Freda's feeling a little sick from her glippy glanders and now rough roll.
Oh, Freda. Yeah, all that fried fish in the belly.
Mm-hmm.
Tough. You guys make your way down. You pass, a number of these islands sort of as the river opens up into the loch. You pass the smaller city of Vessel. You've got some people out there like getting on another boat that sort of wave like when a ferry goes by. And everybody's just like waving at you guys on your little pontoon.
I think that's what the mystery person made. They made the vessel run.
The vessel run.
The vessel run.
Still in
Wait,
5
what mystery
parsecs,
person?
Interestingly.
Still in
sorry.
5 parsecs.
I couldn't remember who the mystery person was.
Yeah, the mystery speedster from the
Mystery
church
speedster.
from the Church of the Anointed.
Yeah,
Light.
this is the Flash. We're doing Flash Reverse Flash storyline. So you guys you guys go past Vessel, and sort of once you passed Vessel, you end up in this area of the crossing lock where it starts to feel, there's areas of the Highlands that feel more lived in by beasts, and then there's some areas that just have that sort of still wild feel to them. Like, you're animals, but you've grown to be extremely civilized, and there's certain areas that you go that just feel wild.
Mm-hmm.
And when you find yourself in the center of sort of the widest area of the crossing lock, you start to pass, islands where you can just tell there's no civilization. It's maybe getting to like gray sort of cloud cover of a day. You swear that sometimes when you're like looking out on the water, you see like, little movement under the surface, but maybe it's just a trick of the light. And yeah, you're looking for what was described to you as an island of their own making. So if anybody wants to do anything to try and find that specifically.
I could do a little bit of that because I got orientating as one of my talents, so I could do a roll with advantage for that.
Sure. And describe how you're orientating yourself.
I think Harold has the reason he's like so fast is because he's able to like see like the Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie Premium Rush. He's able to.
Oh, that is immediately what I thought of when you described the bike messenger thing at the beginning. Go ahead.
He's able to like visualize the course. So he's always able to like see the path through people in like crowded streets, or the path through the woods. And in this case, he sees like the currents of the tides and like where other people seem to be going, and has some ideas of like what areas would have something in it. Essentially, like he knows what tree would be the best to jump to next, kind of instinctively. And this is kind of the same thing. Like he sees how the tides are moving and realizes where it would be most advantageous to have like a city or something, and it's just kind of instinctively heading towards those areas.
Okay, great. Give me a roll.
And I get to roll with advantage.
Yep.
That's a 7 and a 1, so I'll take the 7.
You sure? Great. So you're kind of doing this. You're doing your little like calculations as you look out as the island the lock starts to spread out, and the coast. It's not quite big enough where the coast disappear, but you're definitely like in a space where it's mostly water as you look out, and you're seeing these little islands, and you're like thinking about the paths of like where like trade routes and stuff might make sense, where other couriers would probably go, where you might like carve out the best path, the fastest path. And you notice that there's an area that's like, your marking is like, that is not towards anything that like I would want to go to. And at one point when you're calculating, you look over there and you like don't see anything, and then 10 minutes later you're doing your like lookabout, and there's an island, and there wasn't an island there, like a small island with a bunch of like, you can see from a distance like a bunch of like leafless trees poking out of it.
Guys.
Yeah.
What?
An island of their own making.
Oh, yeah. Those trees are not native.
Someone made it
Oh, yeah.
on their own.
Can someone? I'm still stuck to the boat. I can't see it. Can someone rip me out of this?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Frida
You got to do it
definitely-
fast like a Band-Aid.
Definitely extendable prodder and like helps. Like Glippy still has the sticky tree sap, and she just sort of sticks him on the end of it. It's like, oh yeah, you see the island is waving up in the air.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's over there. Yeah.
No!
Oh, Glippy, you have best view of all islands.
What do you see up there?
Terrifying water! Oh, the island! I see the island! I see it now!
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what was that? Was that an island? You're so high up.
Put me down!
And then Glippy like looks down and like starts. Glippy pees himself.
Glippy, why don't you give me a roll to maintain your cool?
Better bring him down. It's starting to rain. That's an 11.
Oh. You steal your nerves. You don't vomit. You don't cry.
The pee gets sucked back in.
Oh wait, never mind. The rain stopped.
That's a lizard thing.
Actually, the rain's
I'm
going
sure.
back
That's
up.
straight lizard shit.
That's lizard shit, baby.
Also, the
Yeah, lizard
extendable
piss,
rod is kind of like an umbrella where when you hit the button, it like auto kind of collapses in on itself, and so Freda will hit the button to bring Glippy back onto the boat.
Great. Do you guys head straight for the island?
Should we dock on island, or you think we should approach from secret side?
Let's throw caution to the wind!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Speed run.
Yeah, you can't really see into it like from this distance. It just is like looks like a little forest of dead trees was like popped onto an island, and it reaches the like end of it in a very unnatural way.
That's not ominous at all.
No!
Okay.
No red flags for me!
Okay, I trust we go. And the whole time we're approaching, she's painting a little scenic thing memorializing the island.
I think Harold is also swinging his whistling stone kind of as a like
Warning.
almost like a tugboat horn. Just like letting people know we're docking.
Great. You dock. Do you tie the boat off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a really
You wanna
quick,
roll?
really fast knot.
You want to roll for that?
Yeah, I'll roll for that.
We're throwing rolls out.
Can I do it? Because if I use my
You do have
grass rope, then I get to roll with advantage. No, yes,
Yeah.
okay. Then I'll do it. First one's a 1
Uh-oh.
and a 12. My God!
Whoa.
Way to go, Fred.
That puppy is tied.
He's docked, baby.
It's a wide
Doc.
stance on those dice rolls.
The
Docked.
widest of all stances.
You guys step foot onto the island. And what do you do?
Can we like walk along it, or is it sort of like treacherous terrain?
Yeah, you step onto it, and it's sort of like the first thing you notice is that like the terrain is sort of like a forest floor terrain where it's like detritus and like dead leaves and soil and sticks and twigs and the trees sort of like the trunks go into that. No like visible roots of the trees. They just seem to come right out of the detritus.
Can I try to identify the smells of living creatures?
Oh, yeah. Roll for that.
Oh, it fell. It's an 8.
An 8. I'm gonna call this our next milestone of you guys getting to the island, and so we're gonna shrink the dice
Oh
to a D8 or no, a D10. Sorry,
no.
trying to fuck you over too quick. So
That's-
a D10 is now our.
This
That's the one.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freda, you smell a lot of things as you kind of get off of the boat. You smell, the dead wood. You smell the leaves. Those are kind of in your face. You smell the water of the loch.
A little bit of urine.
But when you smell, you try to tune your nose a little bit, give a little squirrely nose twitch, tune your nose. And you smell bugs.
Oh.
Lots and lots of bugs. An overwhelming scent of bugs.
Freda is not a big fan of bugs.
You don't see any bugs though. Seems fine.
Oh, are bugs bad in this world?
They're just bugs. I don't think they have intelligence.
Okay.
Can I use my bug keeping ability or
To keep the bugs?
talent to start collecting them?
Or to hunt them
Yeah. Where
down?
are they?
Because Frida doesn't see any of them, right?
No, she smells them.
She smells them.
But you
Yeah.
you actually just notice like an absence of life. Otherwise, you see the dead trees, and they like surround the center, and you can't really see what's at the center of the island with all the dead trees.
I think the bugs are they're in the dead trees. And Clippy,
What do you want to do with a bug?
I wanna take the little buggies and be like,
Hey, pals. What's you see?
this is Duracell.
This is Energizer.
This is
It's
Energizer.
Energizer.
You guys know where Energizer is?
Give me a roll to try and get these bugs to do what you want them to do. And since you're a bug keeper, you can do it with advantage.
Oh no! I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Oh.
Ooh, so
Not
that's
great.
that is success with a complication. So I'm gonna say that it's not you get help, but it's not how you want it. You just see that like from amongst the detritus, like these like little like roaches and beetles and caterpillars and millipedes and just a whole amalgamation of bugs like oozes up out of the detritus and just forms into an arrow. And then like you watch as the dead trees in front of the arrow just like part through the detritus a little bit to create like a very unsettling winding path towards the center of the island.
Ominous.
The little
Oh.
squirmy arrow.
This is quite gross. I do not like.
Okay, I think we should definitely do this one fast.
Yeah. Maybe I get on your head. Hey, we Ratatouille it. You run.
Yeah, we could ratatouille it.
Yeah, Clippy's gonna get on top of Harold's hair and look back at Frida, and
Maybe Frida ties herself to your waist so you kind of drag her.
I can do climbing claws, leaping legs. Yes. I
Frida,
leap through trees. Yeah.
So you're all
Frida-
holding on to Harold?
I think Frida's
no, what are
gonna try to.
Oh, Frida's leaping from tree to tree?
Yes. She's gonna scurry up and try to leap from branch to branch as quickly as possible. She's a little bit of flying squirrel in her ancestry, so it helps with the soaring from one to one. Mhm.
smart.
Nice.
Frida, we're going to do a speed run. We're going to go through this as quick as possible. We're going to go right to the center. We're going to scout it out. If we
Okay.
see the Energizer, we're going to grab it, boogie on back to the ship.
Yeah. Did anyone ask what Energizer look like?
Ooh.
No idea.
A cylinder? It kind of felt like it was
Okay.
going to be like really apparent when we saw it. Like maybe it's
Like-
glowing blue or made of turkeys or something.
Maybe it has name written
Made
on
of
side in big
turkeys?
letters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Made of turkey?
Yeah.
I
That's
fully
horrifying.
didn't hear you say that.
Yeah,
Made of
it's a
turkeys.
cylinder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turkeys.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Is he though?
Yeah, Sill. Endure. Turkeys.
Not that girl.
Great. You guys find your way to the center of the island, and by the time you get through this like winding path that forms, like it seems as you're moving that the trees are like spreading apart and then closing behind you back into forest, like kind of creating a little bubble as you move through. And at the end, you come to a little circle of dead trees where all of the like dead branches have sort of formed a little globe over top of this little clearing. And sort of strung in this globe, it's dark in here, but strung in the globe is like vines that have some like fluorescent mushrooms growing on them. So there's like a very like pale, top heavy light that kind of fills this clearing. It's not like sunlight. It's not like moonlight. It's like dentist light if it was created by mushrooms. Very unsettlingly sterile. And at the very center of this clearing is a little hut, little simple wooden hut. It's adorned with like dead flowers and herbs sort of like all over it, like worked into the woodwork and everything. And a little chimney, a little bit of smoke rising out of the chimney. Nice little path coming out of the detritus, little stones laid out, walking path up to a front door. Beast-sized.
Oh, do we go knock on the door?
Yeah.
Go do it, Frida.
Okay. You watch my back, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch
Okay.
your back, Harold.
Yeah. I'll watch it. You watch your back too.
And Frida's gonna take 2 steps into the clearing and then get out her extendable prodder and knock the door with that.
Okay, great. You knock the door once, and before your second knock knocks, the door starts to go.
I'll
And just
retract the
opens.
prodder.
Why can't it just open fast?
Horrifying.
Hello? Is anybody home?
Come in.
No, you come out.
Come in. It's very cold out there.
Nope, you come on out here.
Glippy, I think
It's
he's
rude to deny an invitation into one's home.
Nope, it's okay. We're
Yes,
not vampires.
very rude.
Come out.
Okay. No, Glippy, we have to go in.
We've got tendies.
I don't want to go in.
We've got tendies.
We bring the tendies in. Yeah, okay.
You want a tendy?
Frida's
What
gonna
is
go
a
up to
tendy?
the door.
Oh, you go up to the door?
You can ask about tendies first.
No, that's so good. What is a tendy? That's how this comes out. But you can still go up to the door.
Frida's gonna go up to. Well, she'll go up to the door, attendee in hand, and try to be like wafting the smell of it into the hut. This is tendy. It's very good snack.
You walk into the hut and you see that like it is like a maximalist decorated home of like little trinkets and tchotchkes and herbs and like dried flowers and artwork, and the nature seems to have come in here. It actually, the inside of this house looks more vibrant than the rest of the island. It seems like there's like a lot of growth happening in here, herbs and mosses and different things like that. That's like especially apparent in the entryway. And then when you turn the corner, you see that there's like a very small little kitchenette and then a like cozy little living room. And there's 2 little rocking chairs and 2 little frogs sitting there knitting. Little poison dart frogs, one bright blue, one bright red. Old little women wearing these like layers and layers of like fabric and robes, but you can see the like super bright coloration coming up on their wrists and on their faces. And they're knitting and they say, "Hello.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to our home."
You built this home yourself? Yeah.
Not alone.
Oh, you have help. Yeah.
Lots of help.
Oh, we are all my friends. They are outside. They are nervous to come into the house, but we are here on mission and hope that we could maybe.
Ask about the Energizer.
Get
The
Energizer. Yeah.
Remember, there's two. There's going to be two in there.
Yeah, there's two in there. Yeah.
You might have to kill them.
No, he's not killed. No, he is joking.
The cylinder.
He is very funny. He's making joke.
Why won't your friends come in? And then the second one says, yes, why won't they come in? Very rude.
They
Very
are rude boys. Yes, they are not well behaved. No. But is
Honey, what size are you? I could knit you a sweater.
Oh, I do love sweater. We could do exchange. I paint picture of the island. I show you picture. Yes, I painted one of beautiful island because from approach it was just stunning. And she'll take her painting out and show them her painting of the island.
Don't show that to anyone.
Oh, his secret painting just for you is one of kind. Oh, I understand. You want to keep art private. Okay.
They look at each other.
Did you kill them?
No, it's not
Tell your
this
friends
kind of situation.
to come inside.
No. Okay.
The other one says, yes, inside is better. They should come inside.
We do inside. Okay, I leave. I go get them.
Very good. Leave the drawing.
Oh, yes. Okay. We do art exchange. You knit me sweater. I leave you painting. Okay.
As soon as you let go of the painting, one of their tongues just goes and grabs the painting and eats it.
Oh. You eat painting.
What painting?
Oh. John's afraid that this is not good situation. No.
And they're just knitting this whole time.
Friends, what material are they knitting with?
Oh, you should roll. Let me know.
Nightmare fuel.
boy.
Nightmare fuel.
I got
Nightmare
an
fuel.
8.
Thank God.
A part of me
Which
wanted
is
you to
good
fail.
and bad, yeah.
It's not grass, not like wood fibers. Looks like fur. Looks like some
Is it
fur
turkey?
they're knitting with.
Turkey.
No, it looks like fur. Looks like fur that they're knitting with.
Okay, I get my friends and we come back. On the way, yes, they are curious about Energizer. You know this, yes?
Who told you that word?
The Pastor Beaver.
They look at each other and then look back at you.
You have heard of it, yeah?
You should have your friends come inside.
Oh, okay. Fred is gonna go outside and go up to her friends.
This was probably one of those things like it seems way scary on the outside, but you went in, they're really normal, and we were just working ourselves up for no reason, right?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
Didn't seem very violent in there.
Yeah,
It's-
everything was fine. They were just cool people in there, and they
Oh. We
just
go
gave
in?
you the
Let's go in.
Energizer.
No.
No
I
scary
think
things.
This was very scary, very spooky scary, and not fun spooky scary like the owl friends. This is bad. Glippy,
Yeah.
correct if I'm wrong. Your tail, it can stay out here and do rescue, yeah?
My tail.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll wiggle around. I don't know how sentient my tail can be.
Oh, Frida, what happened to your painting?
Oh,
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one.
They eat it.
They ate it?
Yeah.
What?
That's a great compliment. I mean, they liked it so much they just ate it.
I do not think it's compliment.
Oh, it was more sinister?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a metaphor for us. Like
Yeah.
we were the painting.
Yeah.
Oh, Let's light their hut on fire.
No.
They ate your painting. It's only right.
What if Energizer is in hot?
No one eats my friend's painting and gets away with it.
But what about Energizer?
It's a cylinder. It's fireproof, right?
No.
To be honest, we should have asked more information about what we were delivering. You know,
Yeah,
often
I really have no idea what we're looking for.
often I take orders. I don't ask enough about the materials that I'm delivering, and sometimes they do wind up a little bit damaged. I mean, not in your case. Your case, everything
You
always ends.
absolutely damaged them. Luckily, the crumbs are good.
When you're having me deliver granola all the time,
It's
you
not
can't
granola. It's a cake.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's always granola.
I need a
make it
decision
granola.
on how you're going to handle this situation, or I will check a progress bar.
Oh.
Moments of indecision, check progress. So,
Oh, no,
what are we
no,
doing?
Dude,
All
We're
right.
lighting it on fire.
what if the cylinder's in there?
I'll go around
Okay, then
back.
what's your idea?
I'll go around back. I'll scout it out. I'll see if there's another way in.
Okay, how about this? You guys take my tail in, I'll detach it, and I'll be on the outside ready to rescue if something bad happens.
yeah, this is good.
Just pretend
Okay.
my tail's me, and I'll do a voice from outside.
Yes, we do this.
I'm gonna put the tail under my shirt or something.
I was gonna say I paint a little face on.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. We'll make a little stick figure, and I'll voice it from outside.
Yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Yeah,
This is gonna
like
this is
good
gonna be
plan.
great.
This is good plan. A little weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. I detach my tail and let them do what they want. They're weekend at Bernie.
And so they're weekend at burning your tail, and you're gonna peek in a window and try to ventriloquist your way.
Yeah.
I think
Through
we
the
purposefully
conversation.
leave the front door open to help this voice carry.
I hope they don't have one of those buttons that automatically closes the doors.
I did not look for such a thing.
Feels like classic Sinister move.
Yeah.
Classic Sinister move. So you guys head in.
I am
Yeah.
more
Tail.
worried about the tongues.
You come in, and Frida, you notice right away that like they're no longer knitting. They're now just like in the kitchen, fully engaged with another task. Like they've been doing that for an hour, like preparing tea. Like they're just like, you know, like they had been in there for a while. Like one of them's chopping vegetables, one of them's preparing tea. Like they were never sitting in those rocking chairs.
God.
Oh, they were just preparing a meal this whole time when you were in here?
Hello.
I have brought my
Hello.
two friends.
Welcome.
Hey. And
We are in here now, so you
What's
can
your
tell
name?
us about Energizer.
I'm Harold, and this is Glippy right here.
Hi, I'm Glippy.
Clippy,
Yeah,
give me
he's-
a roll.
He's really sensitive about his look. He has more tail than lizard.
He is sensitive about his lips, the fact that they do not
that's a
move.
9.
Pretty effective ventriloquism.
Against
They're
all
like-
odds.
Oh, I've seen.
But
he's
he's shy. He wants to stay in the back.
in the bag.
I'm gonna stay in the back.
Just kind of behind us. He's a shy.
He has a volume issue. It seems. And the other one says, "Yes, too loud."
Yeah, he is self-conscious about it. He has no sense of this.
Would you like tea?
Oh, no. We could not bother you.
I would love a tea. Oh,
No, Glippy, you are mistaken.
No, tea for the
They
tail?
don't want tea. They don't need any tea. No. For the lizard, not just they're mostly
Little-
tail,
yes.
but also full lizard.
For the
I'm
tail.
a baby raccoon.
What? What?
I want to be a baby raccoon.
Okay, Glippy,
always a
it's
lizard.
okay. You now stop. You stop.
You just see
He
that
has-
the blue one is just picking out a bunch of different herbs and putting it into this teacup, pouring a bunch of hot water over it.
Have you heard about this Energizer thing? We were told you might be able to direct us to the Energizer.
You shouldn't speak words that you do not know the power of.
What, like Energizer?
Yes.
Or like
The other one
Duracell?
says yes.
We were hope to take cylinder.
How do you know of Duracell?
Can you speak louder?
Where
I
is
can't
it?
hear.
Where is Duracell?
We do not know, no. But we are come to look at Energizer just to know where it is, and then we go look for the other one. We do not know, but we find, and then
The red one
we can report
walking
to
closer.
everyone where all the thing is.
Yeah, we're doing this in kind of like a reverse order. Like
We
we
make
went
a
to the
map.
furthest location that was you. So maybe you guys are kind of like more big bad boss.
So you know the other location.
No. We just
Oh
make
yeah,
big
yeah.
map.
We know one's in a cave and one's in the. I
What
mean,
location?
sorry.
The red
Oh,
one looks back to the blue one and then looks at you, Harold, and like kind of looks you up and down and says, "You have a marvelous coat."
Oh yeah, you know, I keep it real shiny. It's kind of like a pomade type thing. You just go all over, pomade all over.
She reaches out and goes to put a hand on your shoulder. Do you react? Like a gentle kind of like, here I am.
I think
I'm gonna
I
say
think
something to you.
immediately Harold's like boxing paws kind of like come up and go, whoa, oh sorry, you know that's just kind of a reflex.
Roll to avoid touching her when you do that.
Can I, since I'm using my boxing paws, do I get to use advantage? Hell yeah. 7 and 8.
Very good. You have like maybe a sleeve or something, and you like manage to like roll your arm around her arm and like avoid the touch. Back up a little bit. Says, "Oh dear, I meant you no harm. Just
Oh no, I'm just a little
hello."
jumpy, you know, because I'm a hare, you know. It's in my nature, you know. So this Energizer thing, we understand it's a cylinder. I'm looking around. You've got a lot of tchotchkes and knickknacks and pattywags and some give a dog a bones. And I was wondering if there's maybe a stray cylinder in here that may kind of match what we're looking for. Because I'm on a timer right now. He pulls out a stopwatch that's still clicking from when they left. And you know, I've got a time I'm trying to beat. You know, it's not a deadline from anyone else. It's just kind of a personal deadline. And we're a little bit. We kind of did some other stuff in Tendy Town, so I'm kind of trying to catch up. So if we could just kind of speed this along, I'd love to get that cylinder.
Frida, give me a roll while he's just like to see something while he's talking.
A 5.
5. The blue frog, the red frog's talking to Brian. The blue frog has like disappeared from behind the red frog.
Oh.
Like scurried out of sight at some point while they were talking. Probably like in the middle of the hullabaloo over the hand touch.
Could Frida use her identifying smells to try to see in what direction the blue frog went?
Yeah, give me another roll. And with advantage.
All right, so that's a 3 and a 5.
3 and a 5. 5 is a success. The blue frog is right behind Harold now, about to put a hand on him.
Frida is going to take her extendable prodder and does she want to hit Harold or does she want to hit the frog? I think she's gonna bop Harold on the head to get him to turn around and see that he is flanked by frogs.
And can I also use my keen ears and try to, like, as you bop me, all of a sudden I kind of like shoot to attention and
Yeah, you give me a roll to avoid any consequences as this.
Oh, yeah. And can I use
as now you're
advantage
kind of
for
getting
my-
it from both sides. Yeah.
my keen ears? It's 5 and a 4.
Your ear perks up right as Frida sort of like bops you on the head, and you hear that the blue frog is right behind you, goes to put a hand, but you like keenly dodge out of the way. And now you're backed up with Frida, and the two frogs have sort of come together again and are looking at you.
I'm going to put my dukes on and be like, all right, there's been a lot of unwanted physical touch kind of trying to happen here. So we're going to put a stop to that right now.
Louder, please. I still can't hear.
I said there's a lot of unwanted physical touch about to happen in here. I'm saying right now,
I can
I'm
see
putting
that.
a hard
I can see that
no.
happening. Yeah, I see that. Sorry.
Big hard X.
I think that maybe it's time for
Not
rescue. Yeah.
As you say that, or they're walking towards Harold like together and sort of have their little long, like bald at the end fingertips, like of the poison dart frogs, and they're like, a very nice coat. Yes, a very nice coat. Very soft.
Glippy walks
good
in
color.
and is like,
Oh, hey guys, we never said like a code word. Was rescue the code word or?
Harold's gonna grab Glippy's tail and chuck it at the two poison dart frogs.
You're sacrificing Glippy's tail?
It's a battering
I
ram.
can grow a new one.
What you're trying to like hurt them or like distract them?
I'm trying to like knock them over. Essentially, I'm trying to toss it as if it's like a log.
Great. Give me a roll.
I can't think of anything that would give me advantage, so I'm just gonna roll it straight. That's 5.
5.
We're
Great.
on these
You
fives.
throw the tail and you like knock them off kilter. Just then the tea concoction that the red one was making, like they get knocked back off their axis. The tea goes flying. And instead of spreading on all three of you, I'm gonna say that it just lands on somebody give me somebody roll their D12, and I'm gonna say 1 through 4 is Brian, 5 through 8 is Shenuque, and 9 through 12 is Abby.
Who wants to be responsible for this?
I'll take the.
Yeah, who wants
I
to be
threw the
responsible?
tail. I'll take the consequences. It's 3. So that's me.
Oh.
So that's you. Brian, what was initially intended to get kind of splashed on all three of you, although I guess Shenuque, you're not in here, or Glippy, you're not in here.
I just walked in, so I guess
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Gets splashed just on Harold. And like as this lands, you get this pungent smell of it, and it like sort of like bubbles. It doesn't hurt at all, but then all of a sudden you hear like the chittering of like bugs, and sort of out of the ground outside of the cabin, they sort of come and they swarm onto Harold and like pull you out of the cabin, where they would have pulled all three of you, but pull Harold out of the cabin, kind of like you're like fighting off this mass of bugs.
Guys!
Wait, my friends, my bugs. Wait.
Oh, no.
Can I use my bug keeping to like find a little bug to like lead me to where they're taking them as I like run out after Harold?
Sure. Yeah. Give me a little roly poo.
I rolled with advantage because of
yeah.
buggy keeping. Cool.
Mhm.
That's an 8.
Great. So what is your intention?
I'm trying to find like a little like cave spider to like take me, or to be like just I guess just like follow it to wherever they're taking Harold, and I'm like,
Frida, I'm gonna get Harold to kill the frogs.
Oh, no. This is not good task for me.
Do you want me to light it on fire before I go? I can light it on fire.
Oh, no. This is okay. I can do fire on my own if need be. Okay.
Okay. Good luck. Good. Sorry.
Harold is getting like yanked by these bugs, like getting pulled into the detritus as like you've called the little like spider onto you and like hops onto your shoulder, and it's like boing, 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 bouncing on your arm and like giving little like 8 leg like directions to where you're
Semaphore
going.
code.
Yeah. And you dive after Harold.
yeah, I'm gonna try and save Harold.
Great.
Oh, no.
You and Harold go plunging underground. Darkness at first, the chittering of bugs. You're both headed into this like you're just kind of surrounded at first. And then you like come out to a like underground cavern where it's very dark. Frida, what are you doing with the twins?
Oh, no. First thing she's going to do while they're still a little incapacitated, she's going to make herself small and start heading towards the door, and then is going to try to like dart her eyes all over the place to see if she sees Energizer anywhere in the cottage.
So you're running around, search. Give me a roll for finding what you're looking for.
10. That's what it is when it's the 0 on D10. Yes.
Yeah, so that's a critical.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Woo, woo. You find the door to their basement, and you've done a thorough enough search of the house that like you know it's not in the main level of the house here, but it's probably underground.
Of course it is.
Of course. Where else would it be?
Where else would it be? All right, Frida is going to open the door to basement and close it behind her.
Great. As you like close the door behind her, you're making your way down the steps. And after a little bit, you hear the door open and like you see like in shadow behind them, the two shapes of these poison dart frogs who have like shed their robes fully and are just like crawling along the like ceiling and walls, like coming down the stairwell. And they're like, "We're gonna find you.
I'm going to have full nightmares between the bugs and the frogs."
And I think we'll wrap up there and pick up next week.
No!
Hot
Oh,
dog.
God.
Hot dog.
Oh, man. I did not anticipate being so creeped out.
This is supposed to be the last one too.
I think I was so you preface this by saying like, oh yeah, it's not going to be Wanderhome. There's like more violence. But in my head, we were doing Goofs and Spoofs for so long. I was just like, oh, it's going to be goofy and fun. And then it got creepy, and I was like, oh shoot.
Oh,
I should have brought weapons.
Yeah, I'm realizing we did not get any weapons, and I have like tree sap. That's my
Everything
most
you have
dangerous
can
thing.
be a weapon.
I was going to say Frida fully plans to use that extendable prodder. She's going to get into fencing stance.
Oh, nice.
She's
Oh,
going to use
hell
that
yeah.
as like a lance or something.
as a foil.
Yeah. I don't know how a paint set is going to help her, but
And that's all for session 1 of 2. We're going to stick to 2 of the Dice Pool Plays Scurry, a game that gathers speed. I have been your lifeguard for the day, Elliot Davis, and with me as always are
Brian Flaherty.
Abby Hepworth.
we can't tell where you're pointing. It's different.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Go with your hearts.
And Shenuque to Sarah.
Splash.
Splash. Thank you for listening.
And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on our Discord and check out our newsletter, the 20-sided newsletter.
Yeah. And tell your friends about our Patreon.
Yeah, this is the Patreon. So if you're here and you're not telling your friends, what's your problem?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What's wrong
We
with
don't
you?
gatekeep the pool.
Don't gatekeep the splash,
And also pay us for the pool.
please. And remember, if you're having fun, you're already doing it right. That's what we like to say around here.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Faster the better. If you're having fun, you're already doing it.
Yeah, do it fast. Faster stuff than better.
Gotta go fast.
Or you just go really slow so that it just turns into a full ramble.
What?
If
Sure.
if it's fun, then it's fine. If it's fun, then it's fine.
Yeah, this is the part that people are paying for.
This is the part that people are paying for.
This is where you get your
Splash.
money's
All right,
worth.
the end. Goodbye. Splash.
Bye.
Splash.
Splash.
Oh man, I did not anticipate the creep factor.
Good shit.
Such good shit. You like us. You really like us. At least I assume that you do, as you've listened to every minute of this episode. And yet you haven't already left us a 5-star review? Ugh. Well, what are you waiting for? Get over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and leave that review now. It's always wonderful to hear words from our adoring fans. Getting more ratings helps people find the show and love it as well. And we love to hear your nice words. So head over to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and leave us that 5-star review. Ta-ta!